Yeah, not something that's really gone for, so a bit of a rarity. But as we saw, especially with how quickly they picked up the Storm at the end, it wasn't like the Tiny was likely to be considered in other roles. It was very likely that this was picked specifically for Batyuk to take it to the offlane. And we can see obviously he is high, very, very high Dota 2, Dota Plus level on the Tiny. So let's see what he can do. Maybe some sort of offlane Tiny specialist. It's going to be fun to see.
And let's see if that actually ends up hurting them as well, too, since it's not the traditional offlaners that we do see compared to something like Axe. Let's see if it just ends up not having as much of an impact as we've seen. Because what do you build? Right now I'm seeing he's looking to build like a carry, right? He has Treads plus Echo Saber queued up, so... Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm curious to see what the approach is going to be fully from this one, and let's see how he looks to play.
I guess you kind of have to, right? So indeed, as you're saying, like it's going to be greedy. You're going to have literally a Storm and an SF and a Tiny that want to farm.
So yeah, we'll see how that ends up working. Saberlight.
We'll take a couple of raises, but yeah, they don't have the burst really to truly threaten the Axe.
They're playing hesitant because they don't know if someone's wrapping from behind, in particular the Earth Spirit. So you can see Shigetsu just throws one raise, backs away. It should just be a 2 for 2. Okay, and let's see how the mid lane goes. Since it is this Storm versus Earth Spirit, it's not the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. I've been liking this Earth Spirit quite a bit lately, too. And I've been mentioning it. A little bit of a volatile hero, of course, but it does feel like it's fitting better into games just with this high base damage now. You have, like, what, 67 in the laning phase, I think it is, with all the stones.
Yeah, it seems pretty nice. And you do have to be a bit careful with the Storm, right? Just in case the Earth Spirit's able to kick you under the tower.
Sure. You should usually be pretty okay, because you're the one, you know, you're shoving, and you can have your creeps pushing under as well, too, as the Storm, easier than the Earth Spirit. So you should have something to tank, but yeah, definitely just be a little bit careful, because there can be a TP rotation, can look to get an early kill. And yeah, I'm wondering how this top lane's going to go. Is the Tiny going to be able to put pressure onto the Nature's Prophet at all when there's Bane behind? We'll have to see how Batyuk does.
Now, because why do we not see Tiny on the offlane? Is it just because it is very greedy to have this hero that kind of needs these core 2 items, the Echo and the Shadow Blade, or the Echo and the Blink, to actually get stuff done?
Yeah, he's just traditionally been better in the other roles as well, too, right? So, just hard to find a position for him sometimes in this offlane. Fly, getting aggressive onto him here. They did give Batyuk level 2 first. Won't quite be able to get him. He still has Fairy Fire. He's okay. And yeah, you don't provide like a big team fight, right? You have just your 2-spell combo, and that's it. So that sometimes as like an offlaner, maybe not the most desired as well.
So far mid is not looking easy for Abed. He is having a tough time getting up to the creeps here against Rain on the Storm.
And bottom's not really looking the easiest either for Mr. Saberlight. To be expected, though. The Willow does have a hard time to throw harassment versus something like Ringmaster, because Ring just has that extra range. And Shadow Rim, as we said, it won't save him, so has to be careful, even when he does have the point in it.
This is tough mid.
Really bullied. Like, he's getting demolished.
Nearly dead. I mean, he's got the bottle on the way, but not having a fun time whilst he waits for that to arrive.
Rain is playing this nice.
Yeah, he's smashed the CS. He's going to be able to get the refuel. This is going to be hard for Abed to recover from it, at least in the laning, right? I feel like catching back up to the CS of a Storm that's had this sort of start, 16-6 against the 7-0. That's very difficult for any melee hero.
No, absolutely. Not going to be the easiest recovery for Abed by any means. And top Tomato is not last hitting well, Owen. Yes, there's a base damage advantage, of course, for the Tiny, but he's just missed quite a few of them here for free.
Yeah, that is rough. You're right. 7 CS so far. That is definitely feels like one of the slowest starts we've seen from kind of like a safe lane MP.
Mm-hmm. This approach, the triple lanes are looking, all three, looking super good right now across the board. And as we said, we do like the early game timings that Yellow Submarine has with this heavy team fight draft too. So,
I mean, this Rain lad in the mid lane, he's crushing it. We've not seen it before. I don't think I've cast this guy before.
Oh, you have. You absolutely have.
You sure?
100%.
No, there's no. Did he have a different name?
No, he's been Rain. I know me and you have casted him before.
It must have been a long time.
It's been a while ago. It's
been a while, right, since we've seen this guy. Then I do not remember casting this guy because he's destroying Abed in this mid matchup.
I want to say he's almost missed no CS. 28, is that perfect?
There's no. I mean, it might be. It
I
could
think
be
it
close
might be.
to. Is it? Dude, who is this guy? This guy's great. Look at it.
Right, 28.
Yeah.
It's this is the 8th wave. He would 32. Yes, I think he's gotten all of them. Maybe he missed. Maybe he missed a 1 or 2. Whatever.
He missed
just
one there. So if he did have perfect, he didn't anymore. But yeah, pretty much close to.
Damage is adding up. Oh.
He's running. Same time in the river, Rain nearly kills Arbed. But Arbed was
Rain
able to
might be
roll
able to just
forward.
back up and find Saberlight. Saberlight's got to go for a suicide. Gonna try. He will not.
Zakoda's got him.
This is an insane start.
I mean,
they are
it really is.
all 3 lanes.
Something about the vibe at the draft, but then apparently on top of it, the vibe at the players. These guys are playing great.
These guys are playing
on Yellow
good.
Submarine.
Yeah, they're playing.
Yeah, these
super
guys are good.
nice here to start. They've looked very good in most of their showings too, so this is impressive.
I mean, because
And,
with the
idea
Caymans,
that they had, right, the snap pick.
They 2-0'd Mouse on the previous round, Yellow Submarine. So, already knocking down some big names to the lower bracket. And in this first 5 minutes, they look primed to do it again. Mid, Arbed, he's going down.
It's going down.
Nice
Zakoda.
little rotation there from Zakoda. Comes in, helps out Rain.
This Ringmaster already cruising. 2 kills for him. He's got
I like it.
He's got Whoopee Cushion too for the lane out too. He's got a lot of different plays that he can. That's why I like to see this Ringmaster pick, because there's so many different things that trip players up to. Like, you're playing Axe, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get these good calls. I'm going to dunk somebody. Then they get like a strongman tonic, and it turns it too. So, yeah, I'd love to see that this hero is getting picked up, and a phenomenal start for them, as we keep saying. Storm now, almost level 6. Solrin's about to be finished up. And he's continued to dominate the lanes. Cemetery will go down.
Oh, there we go. Tomato able to get a kill on the board here for VP.
I needed one. This last hit still are not good. And there's that 6. So Hellscream tried to make a rotation before the 6 came out for the Storm. Not going to be the case. Power Rune. 6 is already there for the Storm. He's got the double supports coming in.
Yeah, they want to fight for this. It's going to be a haste, so Hellscream will be forced to pick it up. Can't
least
leave
they
it
deny it
for
away
his
from
mid.
him. Yeah, taking it away from Rain, though, very important at this point. If he gets a haste, it could be devastating. Bottom Shigetsu is just pressuring as well, too. Saberlight's having a difficult time because he can't really cut the wave at this point. If he does try, this Ringmaster with 3 Impalements arts can just chase him out. So he's having to play the lane in an honest way, which is not great versus SF.
Top, they went for a 3-man play here to try and kill Bat Yuck, but Bat Yuck, he's got his supports in as they're able to keep him safe.
And their damage is very lackluster at this point on the side of VP this early. It's a 1500 HP Tiny. Probably need to bring like the whole squad to kill him at this point, so. Shigetsu, though, they can get the wraparound onto him, but he's got the scan.
He's got backup. Rain's going to go in on towards them. They will get the call. Shigetsu, he gets the Requiem off. They don't have anything to stop it. So Saberlight is dead. They turn with the razors onto Arbed. Tomato will TP over to attempt to help out. Does allow them to bring down Shigetsu, but they've lost the 2 of them. Both Arbed and Saberlight dying for that play, on top of the entire team having to turn up to that bottom lane. So Yellow Submarine, I think they'll take that any day of the week. They're getting some good pressure onto the tier 1 top as well.
These guys are playing super good, super fast. And Rain, I mean, made a little bit of fortunate stuff there, right? He's in the position to block the roll that would have hit the Requiem to stop it at least there, too. So Rain, 5 Galvanize off of that rotation for him. And yeah, like you said, top tower pretty much dead the second that Tomato leaves. They're looking to continue trying to pressure Shigetsu down here. He's got backup, though.
Yeah, they'll be ready to bring TPs in if they do any sort of dive play. And VP are not able to get anywhere near as much damage onto the tier 1 after losing their own on the other side of the map.
Saberlight continues to try to pull these waves, but it's not safe for him to do so.
I mean, they've got control with these slows.
1 or 2 more hits.
They got him. Killing spree here for the Ringmaster, Shakoda.
VP's got to wake up. Besides,
they're getting crushed.
We liked Yellow Submarine's draft and all that, but they're getting stomped in the lanes, like absolutely stomped.
They're just getting outplayed. Absolutely outplayed on all fronts. And that is just really just accelerating and the fact that this lineup from Yellow Submarine, you can feel it. It looks scary, and we're seeing exactly how scary it is. They're crushing it.
And look at Batu. They're going to try for a play, but this is a 1300 HP Tiny. They have to bring Abed.
Here we go, Arbed. We'll get in with the roll, with the magnetize. Batyuk should die. Time is bought, though, for Rain to come in and get the counterplay. We'll find a trade, at least.
He's got the regen running. A little limited on mana.
They want to chase this, Abed. Going to land the roll.
He's getting more pulses.
Ooh, it's a good kickback. Very nicely done.
Play.
They get the kickback. Finally, VP able to find a trade that they're happy about. Getting a couple, maybe even more. They'll get the drag back with the Nightmare onto Cemetery. And he'll jump away. Tomato will have Sprout in a second. Good body blocks also with the Treants. Another one for VP as they finally are able to strike back.
They wake up. A little bit of Save Your Buddy syndrome. Rain thinks that he can get in and get out with the regen rune, but they keep hitting him so they don't let it get that full type of regeneration going. Good rotation and super needed for Abed. He's still so far behind, but a good move to get them back into the game and to get Tomato back into the game because, as we said,
he needed
not
that.
having the best opener.
Yeah, he's
3
in a good
kills for
spot
him now. Yeah, feeling comfortable. But yeah, Saberblade and Abed. Let's see what the recovery outlet is for them. They do have some stacks that have been formed, but it is spotted as we see there. Jakoda is completely aware. Jump mid.
Good burst here with the cookies, and they've got the lockdown perfectly with the fear.
Big damage. Wheel, perhaps not needed there, but either way, they do get the kill. Get some good damage onto the tower here, too. And they see Saberlight that he is semi-low HP farming, so they know they can keep pressuring here. Rain with the shield rune. Could look to dive as well. Flying House Scream not quite 6 yet.
Yeah, they're getting these objectives super early. 10 minutes in.
Continue to play very nice. SF going for... Ooh. Oh, and it's your build. Look at him. Look at him. Got the Mask of Madness.
Oh, that's true, because the SFs don't really do that right.
They don't.
He's not doing the full good build. That should be Mask of Madness Deso, but we'll allow it.
I thought you were going to say the Yatoro, right? The Mask of Madness disassemble into array, because I think that's the one that I've seen some players do.
Oh, yeah, well, that's probably quite a smart one to do, yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment he doesn't have it queued up. He wants his Manta first. Makes sense just to be able to play around these, spells. Dodge the Axe Call potentially with like a clutch Manta. It's just a good item, so. Yeah, 4K lead. This is very exciting to watch this team.
And they're doing it with this lineup that we say, it's an offlane Tiny. So they went greedy. They're absolutely getting away with it. Now, Batyuk's got his Echo Saber. He's going to start working on the Blink Dagger. It looks and feels very good here from Yellow Submarine. And, yeah, it's just... For VP, who do they look to sort of set up these plays? Abed, he's trying to get an earn. He's nearly got the goal for it.
They just have to be ready to react extremely fast. And right now we are seeing them make the move. Maybe they're anticipating this type of aggression coming here. They are. They get the scan connection, so they already were getting the wrap around here. It's not the Samurai. He does get the cookie off, though.
Just the cookie and the blast off should be dead. Tomato TP's in.
They instantly bail out, though. Batyuk, he's like, I'm not going to do some Save Your Buddy syndrome here. I'll just lose my support, get out. As you said, Tomato, he's the one having the good game. Saberlight, though.
They're going to try and go for the gank on Saberlight. They've got the control from Rain, damage from Shigetsu.
Good from Saberlight. This is one of his better heroes as well, too. He's 0-4 entering in this game. And not easy for him to go for, like, Blink Blade Mail in this game in particular, too, right? Versus the SF, sure, the Storm, but there is a lot of coverage with the Ringmaster, a lot of stuns and disables.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably what it was, right? This lane was just tough because of how
it's really hard.
Good this duo from Yellow Submarine is. Already you have the SF, which is, as we've seen many times, one of the great answers to the axe in the lane. And then Jakoda on his Ringmaster, he's been fantastic. See them get the push going down bottom. That's going to be the third tier 1 taken, so... 13 minutes, taking all the tier 1s, and they've barely taken much damage at all. The bottom one is a little bit beaten up, but the mid tower and the top tower pretty much full HP for Yellow Submarine.
He needs to be able to farm his stacks.
Are they going to get...
They're stealing him.
Abed's going to try and roll over to help, but the control's there. The wheel's down. Jakoda does it again. This Ringmaster, you can feel the master tier level Ringmaster here from Jakoda.
He TP'd into this.
He's over towards him. Tomato's going down.
That was... I can't believe he TP'd in after the fight was looking like it was. And now also House Scream just gets...
Oh! Okay, he's able to get into the tree, so he will live. But so this is rough. VP, they got to step it up. They're not winning this series if they're playing like this, folks.
No, not at all. They got a good read top, right? They did this type of scan play.
Yeah.
That was a good little macro play. But then this one, they want to protect Saberlight stacks, but that was the way they approached that one is just suicide. Albed rolls in kind of to his death. He's so fragile at this point in this Earth Spirit. Does finish off some of the Ancients at the least there, but my goodness. Yellow Submarine, the aggression that they're putting on. 8K lead, 14 minutes. This is
They
crazy.
get their wisdom at least. I don't let that get stolen away. But yeah, these timings.
The Tiny has Blink.
He's got Blink Echo. As an off-lane Tiny.
They have so much gap close now for this Nature's Prophet. Tomato, he, as we said, super vulnerable and has to itemize greedy too. Has to just go for the Mjolnir build. So he could potentially just die in an Avatos combo if they do see him. So many different ways to get on top of him. Seeing Cemetery also this game, he's going mech, so different approaches we're seeing from them. I think they're looking and they're like, guys, VP has no damage. They're so far behind that if we can itemize like this, they might not be able to kill most of our heroes. Like a mech is just going to counteract most of the limited damage already. Saberlight.
Right, yuck. There's the Blink reveal. Easy kill.
Solo. That's very impressive stuff coming out from them here. Manta's about to be done too from Shigetsu. A tier 2 starting to get beat up on. VP probably starting to feel like, what do we want to actually do? We have no mid laner and no off laner essentially in this game because of how hard they've been shut down.
I guess
also
just kind of looking into the game too. They've got to secure at least one of those lanes better. I mean, we saw obviously what the mid matchup. This Storm pick was like instant. So they were like, okay, you want to do Earth Spirit? We're going to pick Storm and Rain's going to crush you. And he does. You know, Rain dominates the mid lane. But then that bottom lane, even though they see the SF coming up early, they just weren't able to really set up something that was going to be strong against it in lane. And we're feeling the repercussions of that.
I mean, this is, I don't know if they were trying to go for a play on Bachi, but this is a almost 3,000 HP Tiny. They do not have the damage for him at this point in the game. I just think Yellow Submarine did a really clever job of the way they set up this draft, right? Because they flex Tiny, Snap, they were flexing, and then they just pick a Storm. It's like, oh yeah, it makes total sense. And then they just have this Tiny off lane, even though nobody's doing it. It looks good, this game. Looks very good.
They're looking for Rain mid.
Wheels there.
Wheel. It's nice that they can't commit onto Rain. They just, they just turn and kill the two supports immediately. I mean, Jakoda's there every time, just making sure that you cannot go on the course. I feel like that might actually have to be the top of the ban priority out of these heroes next game. You might need to take Shakoda off the Ringmaster. This guy's good.
Now you see why I've been like hyping this hero up. When you see a player that's
some of these
super good at it, like I also
just game over.
The concept of it, like versus Axe and versus Bane.
And another one talking about the Axe.
Yeah, this the concept of Ringmaster versus Bane and versus Axe, right? As a hero, he feels like he can kind of just counter them completely. If he does play well, right? Your box is amazing versus Axe. Impalement art in lane is brutal versus most melee physical. And then, you know, the way Axe likes to play, right? You blink, call, your team follows up. You just put a Wheel of Wonder behind him. This actually feels like a super good answer with what they're playing against here. And yeah, he's playing it really nice. The whole team. I have to give them all credit right now on the side of Yellow Submarine. Not hemorrhaging too many kills. They just had, so far, pretty much that one little slip up top that I've seen. Yeah, Batchuk's going Shadowblade. So he's just, he's playing carry Tiny from the offlane. So they're essentially having 3 carries in a way on the side of Yellow Submarine.
I mean, they're looking over at him. Fly.
This doesn't look
so hard for them to set up a move here.
Like if they, let's say they do, they'll have to commit absolutely everything to kill this Tiny. I think ideally they want to find the SF first. Gonna play around these power runes. Yellow Submarine. Rain. Ooh, it's a nice rune.
It's
a real nice one.
Here. Will at least be spotted out by VP, so they're going to know that this is coming.
And Rain, if you see the build that he's going for this game, since he's playing versus Earth Spirit, Willow, those two in particular, right? He is actually moving a BKB up in priority on the Storm, which makes sense when he has this type of advantage. Doesn't want to lose his Galvanized charges. Cemetery, find a pick off on 2 ultis.
They drop the grip and the magnetize.
You have to at this point. Don't let him suicide. Oh my god. So, I was mentioning earlier in the game, or earlier in the draft, right? VP, triple BKB timing is something that they probably want to play around. It's going to be very slow, though. Abed's getting close to it.
They should get another one here, maybe? They have 4 heroes.
Do they have damage for him? I don't know. Let's see.
Saberlight doesn't initially get the call off. He'll get it off now. But a little slow. It did seem like they were a bit hesitant to go for that.
I don't know if they have the exact amount of damage to just commit for him there. It's pretty dangerous near the tier 2. Might be able to full commit for him there, but you don't know what's fully behind, so they hesitate. They go back. So Tomato, how's his BKB looking? He's getting close. Abed's, it's getting close as well, too. Saberlight is super poor, so it won't be a triple BKB timing, but at least they'll have a double BKB timing to play against all this heavy magic. But at this deficit, it makes it a lot harder, because it's not just that magical damage by any means, no.
No bite yuck. On the hunt.
Oh.
Shadow Blade.
Hello.
He's going to find fly. He'll go for the bait.
Quick, easy kill. He's playing this really nicely. 3-1 and 0. Only the 1 death so far. Top 3 net worth, keeping up with his Shadow Fiend.
And just, yeah, pretty crazy that he gets away with doing it from the offlane. Like, it's terrifying. They're literally playing against 2 carries. I mean, 3 really. You
3
see
carries,
how good Storm's having a good game. Yeah, it's 3 very high-scaling carries. Whilst they kind of have just the Nature's Prophet that can scale, the other 2 are very much just sort of falling into kind of the supporting cast, Abed and Saberlight, after a rough start.
I'm waiting to see if I see one of these supports scope at Yules, too. I haven't seen it just yet. Looks like they're just building to play for their allies just right now instead of countering the Axe. They're probably like, you know what, Saberlight's countered enough, we don't need one. But eventually they could just get a Yules too. Because this, you know, Saberlight's BKB is going to take forever to come out, so they can't just counter his Blink. If they'd like to. They don't need to, though. Harpoon, soon finished also for Batyuk. They're just hitting the creeps. All right, Blink done for Axe, BKB done for Abed, I believe BKB done for Tomato. Do they want to look to strike here? And can they? It's all depending on where the lane positioning is, too. And Yellow Submarine's the one to smoke up themselves first. I believe that's the BKB also for Rain to protect himself. And has a regen for the fight, too. Is that a gem picked up? Didn't say, never mind. Starting the rush. VP. How do you want to approach this?
I don't know if they can. I mean, stepping up with this Roshan seems incredibly risky. I mean, Yellow Submarine are being super careful about it. They're not committing there. They're actually going to try and get the wraparound on the wraparound.
They don't see any heroes on the map, right? So they're anticipating that VP's looking for a jump. So they're covering their bases, checking all the angles. Gem on Rain, so checking to see if there's any extra ward that was placed down also. Treant will scout things. They do see that that Roche is half HP. See if Yellow Submarine has the read of where they are. They're looking for a long wraparound, at least from what we see drawn by VP right now. Rain. He'll break. They catch him.
Okay.
But don't have follow-up.
They don't. He's able to easily get the BKB off. Abed will have to put the BKB as well. Kiss is coming in. It's Fly dead. Saberlight as well, taking heavy damage from the Mortimer's Kisses. The toss from Batyuk finishes him off. As Abed with his BKB out coming to an end, he cannot survive.
That was very messy there from VP, but very hesitant again. They get the call, but they're like, oh, we're not really close enough to follow up on it.
Just call into nothing.
Call into nothing. Oh, Yellow Submarine. This team looks super good, dude. I don't know. They're actually playing, like the way that they're playing the macro game, I'm really impressed with the way they stop the Roche, back up, reset, and like things like that. That's things we see tier 1 teams do, right? When you think a team is contesting you, I know a lot of the teams always talk about, when you think a team's contesting you at Roche, you want to fight them first. And that's, like, they literally just did that, so. Super impressed by them this game. 5-1 and 10 on Rain, 17 galvanized stacks. It's starting to look quite hopeless for VP. It's been a bit hopeless, but now it's looking very hopeless. It's just Tomato has any farm at all. The supports, they're gonna overtake Saberlight soon.
They certainly are. Certainly are. I look back because we didn't ourselves cover the series against Mouse that Yellow Submarines did. But looking at some of the graphs, so game 1, they kind of made a bit of a comeback, but they only fell back about 10k gold behind, so not that much. And then game 2, they didn't fall behind at all. So against Mouse, they're able to have a victory where they basically controlled the game by the looks of it the entire time. And it looks like they're able to do the same, at least in one of these games against VP. So a very, very impressive track record with the showings that they've had so far in this qualifiers.
And you've got to be ready for how
this
they
game
draft.
Yeah, VP looked like they don't stand a chance. Yeah, I mean, was it that some of the bans from VP are off? You know, because we felt it, right? Looking at this draft that was unfolding for Yellow Submarine, it looked really nice.
It did. Top. Batyuk.
We're trying to go on him.
Very
Should
tanky,
have a solid chance of bringing him down here. And he brings out Scream with him, though. But they do get him. They'll kill him off.
I will say, Batyuk, this might be a little bit of a, okay, I'm having some fun in the game, not going BKB here. He's going S and Y. He's playing versus Axe, it makes sense, but he could just go BKB and it's the safest route, so dies for being a bit over-aggressive with the build. He's just going for the super scaling, the super late game, right? S and Y, and then eventually he'll get BKB, and he's just going to have like 5,000 something HP and not have to worry anyway, so I'm fine with it anyway in this game. They are this far ahead. Bottom. Looking to set up Shigetsu. He's got backup of Zakota. Manta, quick use. Dodge that sleep.
Don't take the tower.
I also, so I did want to
this.
say something else too about the Mask of Madness this game. I did really like that he kept it, because this little extra lifesteal, I say little, it's quite a lot actually. The lifesteal that you get when you're playing versus like a BKB Earth Spirit, if you're able to actually stand your ground and just pop the mask, he's just counteracting the full magnetize when he's this far ahead. He just heals. So I did like that he went for it this game also. So I do see some players skip it. And let's see what the backup plan is from VP.
That's just all in on Tomato, really. Hoping that the Nature's Prophet is going to be able to carry for them.
Build all the damage items right, get those 5,000 plus gold items next on Tomato, go Daedalus, Butterfly, Scotty, something along those lines, just to have our MKB depending on what the SF buys. If you can get to that point, then perhaps you can have a chance. Perhaps. But yeah, it's still 3 cores he's going to have to play against. And it's also, it's Shadowblade cores on top of a Storm too, so playing the map on the side of VP when you're at this disadvantage is so dangerous. A Shadowblade Tiny, a Shadowblade SF, a Storm zipping from a galaxy away too. So limited space for them to find any extra farm too. These guys are really nice to watch. Very clean, not forcing the issue here too. You can tell they're playing very relaxed and careful.
Yeah, just closing in on the next big items. SMY's done. Shigetsu pretty close to having the Shadow Blade upgraded into the Silver Edge.
They're farming what feels like 85% of the map, while VP's getting, very, very little. Saberlight trying to get to that BKB, but like I was mentioning, the triple BKB timing was something that I was looking for BP to be able to fight back, but not at this deficit. If it was like a 5k disadvantage or something, sure, the triple BKB timing maybe could have a showing, but these aren't even coming in unison. This is like one BKB came out, then the second after a couple minutes, then the third 5-10 minutes later. So none of their timings coming in together, while Yellow Submarine, all of them are.
Smoked up. Maybe seeing if they find VP trying to make a play, if VP were going to try and time something into the Aegis expiring.
Oh, they're going for the Shrine Steal too. If they can get an initial stun, Dakota will be seen by the ward.
I'm going to get theirs stolen on the other side though. Fly. He's there.
Oh, Abed.
They're looking for him. He's going to have to BKB, but the right clicks will take him down.
Way too much damage. Nice zip there. Rain rolls, gets in front of him, blocks out the roll away. Level 20 now hit for Rain. 19 galvanized stacks. Time to poke high ground. Batyuk might be able to get somebody too if he sees them.
If anyone shows they're dead. Or does he want to go for the jump? Won't get the chance. Nightmare's there from Fly. Smarter will TP back to help out. Now back away. Content with just kind of forcing VP to back up into the base.
Yep, just wait for Roche. They can just play. They can continue to play this super safe, not making any mistake. I think literally, I've only seen one mistake from them so far, and it was around that top side at like with the 8-minute, 10-minute mark or something. It was when they lost Rain and they lost the Tiny. Besides that, yeah, this game has been smooth sailing. I love seeing disciplined Dota, and I didn't fully anticipate to see this type of discipline coming out from Yellow Submarine. This is a treat to see.
No, because as you said, these are names of players that we've sort of seen across qualifiers over the past here and there, but never quite been able to kind of rise up to the top. But with this level of performance, they could go pretty far.
Tomato does have the Daedalus finished, so does have that big damage item. As you said, he is still keeping up with the SF. It's just these other two cores. So it's all about Tomato. Full protection for him.
Yeah, if they see him in the fight and jump him, though, it's game over.
Mm-hmm. If he dies, yeah, the fight's just instantly over. So they have to, literally, it's all Tomato. And I'm shocked they didn't actually build Solar Crest again this game. I know for Bane, fine, but I thought maybe Hellscream would build for his teammate. Because I just think he needs every little buff as possible. Drums, anything at this game, in this type of game. Yellow Submarine, mid. Saberlight. Gets the call on the two supports.
Okay. It's not a bad call, but again, the follow-up's not really there. Cemetery will finally die. Shakota's still alive, gets the box off. Tomato tries to TP out, but Shigetsu's got the damage to kill him off before the TP is successful. Saberlight dies, triple kill for Shigetsu. The damage just far too much from Yellow Submarine at this point. I mean, they get this call, but they kind of come out of the call with more health than they were able to bring him down during it. The heals come out. Sure, they still are able to kill them at the end of it, the supports, but the damage has been done.
It took them some time. He got Greaves off. They got Cookie off. Yeah. I think he got Box off as well. They actually all got abilities off before they were able to get brought down. That was impressive. It's a good catch, right? Saberlight gets two supports, but they're just too far ahead at this point.
This is no follow-up. I mean, it's been a few times, right, where the calls have just not really had anything else connect with them.
We did kind of mention, though, like the Axe and the Willow. Sometimes I feel like this can happen because Willow, you follow up with a Fear, right? You can't throw a Bedlam either, so they don't really have the greatest follow-up for an Axe call. Yellow Submarine, with that fight, they don't need to wait for Roche to go for the high ground push. They'll get another set of racks. Now they can back up, go for that. And picking up even more big items now. Parasma, too. Tomato, his damage just did not look that strong. Also to point out, I think he didn't get a good neutral item on Tomato from his tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. He didn't get Serrated Shiv, that's for sure, because he kept weighted dice, while Shigetsu has Serrated Shiv. So just from the neutral item too, he deals way more damage.
Well, yeah, that feels kind of rough, right? If you've still got weighted dice at tier 3.
It feels pretty sad.
Surely there must have been something better.
I didn't see what he had, but...
But I mean, I guess there wasn't, but... Yeah, I mean, +6 damage and a slightly better mathematical roll outcome is not what you want from your tier 3.
Compared to a Serrated Ship, which does true strike.
I mean, yeah, as you said, obviously he didn't get something like that, but you would have thought that maybe one of the options was potentially something that was a bit more useful than plus a little tiny bit of damage, but
it wouldn't change the tides, right? It wouldn't change it at all, but still, it hurts. Yeah. It hurts more.
Yeah.
Abed, Shivas is done. Quite a bit tankier now. He needs that armor, as we saw him under the SF in multiple fights. Just gets evaporated.
Tips will fly there.
It happens. You know, when you get gifted that Tormentor shard, sometimes the Tormentor takes you away with it. Up to high ground. Batchuk has a Satanic. This is the 5,000 HP Tiny we were talking about. Roll in the back.
They're going to find the snap at the side. They'll go for the call and will catch him and kill him with this.
Hellscream.
They go for anything more, though. They've already lost Hellscream. And I mean, as we've seen, killing the supports they can kind of do if they throw a lot down onto them, but the cores, very hard to kill. Saberlight.
Nice call.
They do have the grip, but the
Box.
box is there. It's going to be able to keep Rain safe. He's able to get the BKB off. He's fine. Saberlight falls. The saves are too strong here. The Yellow Submarine's able to bail one another out.
And they
This
can't
is
go
two
for this
buybacks from
This
VP.
Tiny is way too strong.
Including the
Take,
dieback.
backs
You know,
away.
Fly pretty much brought back and died immediately, right?
He did. Pretty much instantly. The grip
Yeah.
comes out and it gets insta-canceled. And Avalanche covers, I believe, all the area as well, too, on top of the box, just being able to protect. I want to see more Ringmaster on. I gotta say.
I mean, you'll see it next game if they don't ban it. If they don't
That's for
ban it,
sure.
Jakota's going to pick a game too, absolutely.
Especially if they're going to pick Axe Bane.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like Axe Bane kind of get destroyed by, well, just the lane as well. Just it's super
Yeah.
strong lane, this SF Ringmaster.
Toss back.
Honestly, probably against most off lanes you try right now.
Tomato
Tomato, he's
getting
running,
destroyed.
and Rain's able to chase him, and he's dead, Tomato. He'll buy back. Pretty much up to the fountain, they're getting killed off now. Abed, he'll get the chance to roll away.
Hey, Batuk, he literally cannot be killed here. He has 5,000 HP. They have to commit literally every spell, and he still might survive.
That's the mega creeps
That's
out now.
Megas.
Still
Wow.
2.5 minutes on the Sages for Shigetsu.
What, 1 death, 2 death? Like 4 total deaths on their cores. Just the supports, as you said, have been dying this game.
No, they just crushed the lanes. The mid and the safe lane in
Really did.
particular. And I mean, top lane, Batyuk didn't get slowed down at all. You know, this free farm off lane Tiny, second highest net worth at the moment. I mean, yeah, had quite a game, and doing it on a hero in a role, as you say, we don't really see. People don't really take the Tiny to the off lane anymore. But Batyuk,
Last
he
chance.
does, and he just smashes it. They're going to try and bring
VP.
him down. They'll get him the once. Shigetsu. Can they do it a second time? I'm going to imagine they can't. And Shigetsu is ready to fight back here with round 2. Ancient's
Brings in.
exposed. It'll be the buyback from Saberlight. Trying to stop this final push. They do get the Fiend's Grip onto Batyuk. Cookie there to help out. Into the core with the box. Comes out. He's still alive. Batyuk, can he live? He'll get the toss off. He dies. But the damage is done. As Saberlight, a dieback on him. Fly's gone without buyback. They get the Vortex onto Hellscream. 3 dead. It's game over. GG is called. Yellow Submarine. Excellent showing here. And as you said, yeah, VP, they got to wake up. This game 1 performance from them. You know, for the caliber of players that they...
Because Yellow Submarine, they looked like so much better than the last game, so.
Let's see. On first place for it to all start off is going to be in those lanes, the mid lane in particular. Going to be having eyes on Arbor, making sure that he has a bit of a better time than he did last time round, having a very rough showing in the lane against Rain.
And let's see if the group up and the team fight composition that VP's gone for is good enough versus the Storm too, because they are a little lacking on the cheap stuns in particular, right? Until they have Anchor, it's not the easiest ways to lock down the Storm unless they get him inside the Rolling Thunder. So a lot of pressure on Abed. Because the Fiend's Grip, it's not going to be reliable versus the box every single time. As we've seen Shakota look super good on his ring. All right, let's see how these lanes go. Let's see who gets the bounty, since they're going to be a level 1 fight. Probably not.
That doesn't like either side's too interested in taking this. Or at least Yellow Submarine don't want to get caught in a level 1 fight with the heroes they have.
Let's see how Hellscream plays on his Coddle, because I will say this, I'm not a big fan of Willow still. I'm a massive fan of Coddle. This hero has clearly shown its power, has so many good ways to be able to play. Yes, there's heroes that can bypass and get into the back line for him, but if he's not fully addressed in this game, this Coddle can do so much. With the heals, with refreshing spells of the Pango. Very, very strong. Storm doesn't really like to play and to sustain too much. Sometimes the damage can be a bit limited in the early game.
Sure.
All right, see what we get.
Yeah, the game overall, right, for the Storm, only having to worry about the ultimates.
That's
Outside
what
of
I'm
that,
saying,
yeah, it does seem nice.
Yeah, I'm watching bottom, see how they can do versus this double range. This lane feels super strong from Yellow Submarine again. They're going to just go for Shigetsu immediately. Just Blood Grenade plus Gush.
Ooh, good knockback. Is it enough to kill him? It's not. And Saberlight, he takes a tower hit. That's first blood. And also Hellscream. Oh, he's going down. Oh,
they're just going to let him live with low HP.
Yeah, not in a happy position as low as he is. I don't know, laning against Shakoda's Ringmaster doesn't seem fun.
Nope.
This guy knows what to do.
Yeah. And I think they just went for the play, right? VP is like, this lane is going to be super hard. We got to kind of have to go for just this level 1 kill thing, but walking under the tower, giving his life, that ends up being really sad for Saberlight. So Shigetsu already set up for success, at least in the lane. As we said, mid, Rain. We'll see how he does in this matchup versus Abed. Abed already looking to be more comfortable.
Yeah, this should be much easier to play for Abed in this matchup.
Can play with the barriers, has better animation. But still, Rain, he did look super good on this Storm in the last game, besides just the laning phase, too. And yeah, top. Let's see if that lane, on paper, it should go infinitely better for Tomato than it did on the Nature's Prophet. Already has more last hits at the 2-minute mark than he did at like the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, you got like no farm.
Cemetery.
Last time round at the start.
A lot of right clicks, the open wounds. He'll be okay, has a salve to reset as well.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much for that top lane. As long as Yellow Submarines are able to live through the lane and get farm on Batyoke, they're going to be happy with this.
Mm-hmm. Unlikely they can ever really get a kill up here unless a huge mistake comes out from VP. But yeah, bottom, Saberlight's going to, again, have a very, very rough time, it feels like, in this game. He's going to have some type of recovery, and Coddle is one of the better ones to assist in recovering, something like a Tide Earner, right, with stacks, but I'm already seeing Jakoda perhaps anticipated this. He did put a sentry down, blocking the medium camp for whenever they do go back to go for those stacks here. And Hellscream, Jesus, be careful.
They just can't get anywhere close to kind of the Ringmaster and the pools that he's making, so it's going to be super tough to get this lane in a position for Saberlight.
You already have to go back to stacking. At 3 minutes, it's usually not the case that you want to see from that, but it's something you just kind of have to do. Saberlight will try to trade with Shakoda here, but Shakoda's going to stand his ground. Yeah.
Saberlight's not going to be able to contest this. He has to back away.
No, not versus the strongman Tonic. He looks like he wants to try to go for the kill here on Shakoda, but he has Tonic.
He's got TP. Just plays it safe. TP's back over to the tower.
Saves the Tonic for his core, potentially. We'll have Salve. He'll have Lotus if he wants to use it. Unblocks the camp.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough start to recover from for Saberlight.
For Saberlight, for sure. Shakoda's just bossing. Look at this. Essentially go 1v2. Now level 2 whip is online. Saberlight's heavy burst. He's got stick. Another dagger.
Another dart, though.
Oh, Dispel. Immediately procs right there.
Okay, yeah, true. Whoa, nearly a score.
Shakoda.
I get it.
He's got strongman Tonic. Careful, Saberlight. Don't get baited. He got baited. Oh!
Is he going to die?
He dies.
Oh, my
And Shakoda's going to suicide. This guy's a good ringmaster.
I'm telling if you're going up against Yellow Submarine, you got to consider this ringmaster ban. This guy's he knows exactly the limits of this hero.
And he's getting in Saberlight's head. Like, Saberlight turns to go for the kill. And I mean, he definitely did. I guess he didn't click on him there, but Saberlight actually gets the fish out of that at the least, though. So, as awful as it was for him, at least he gets a fish for the kill after. Yeah, this guy's good. Shakoda definitely getting in their head. Shigetsu getting complete freedom. 12 denies on him as well. And Hellscream, as we said, he's going to try stacking for the Tide, but it's Ancients. And if the Tide is this far behind, good luck killing a stack of Ancients.
And look who's here, Shakoda.
Look who's
He's
here.
come to mess around.
Another sentry place to block to ensure that the Tide has no recovery outlet. Man, this guy is annoying. Blocks the Ancient as well, too. Gives the work for vision. Very smart. Top lane, we didn't get to go back to look at it again. Yellow Submarine, but they are surviving the lane, right? Batyuk doesn't die.
They are.
Cemetery doesn't die. They're getting some last hits as well, too. Although Tomato's free farming, that's to be completely expected. Rotations now, even before the power rune, looks like they're trying to go for Rain here.
He's got Shakoda by his side.
He does.
They
plays a super defensive ward, too, for nighttime to protect him as well. Right on top of the tower. They anticipate it. They will get the D ward. Looks like they knew that because of the way that he was playing with the vision on the side. Abed, 6 is hit.
Yeah, Rain just about half a wave away from his. Should have it off this one coming in.
Abed this time 600 ahead of the Storm. So yeah, infinitely better with this matchup. She's much more comfortable and yeah, able to play around with this barrier. Does help a lot versus the Storm Spirit. Now also Cemetery.
He's going to get caught off to the side. Abed will have to use the roll to get him.
I was wondering if he was going to actually put the point and roll or not. Sometimes we do see some of the players skip it versus versus Storm. I would say absolutely put the point in at 6. Wisdom, 30 seconds. Rain. We'll be able to clear out these creeps. And Saberlight now at this point is recovering. Same net worth as the Tiny. Starting to get these extra last hits under the tower there once now are starting to rotate with the Ringmaster. And Yellow Submarine, they have to bring a couple extra heroes here since they're playing versus the Bane to ensure that they can protect that Shrine of Wisdom. So VP, they'll get theirs. They'll get some stacks going also to recover Saberlight. Nice and even early game here. Bit of an advantage coming out for VP in these lanes this time.
Yeah, looking a lot better. A lot better from what we saw in game 1.
And thank goodness, because that was, yeah, that just looked, it looked pretty sad. It didn't even look it didn't really look like VP, even though they've had some rough games.
No, they were getting crushed.
That one looked like a completely different team, so. Oh, Saberlight. Okay, well, that's nice. Free little courier for him. Doesn't take away the item from Shigetsu, but gets it on the back. Gets some extra money.
A fly. He's going to have to catch on Cemetery. Abed should be able to easily help bring him down.
Quick, easy kill.
Easy pick up here for the two of them.
Rubik struggling. I was mentioning I do still like the Rubik pick more than some of them, but this lane so far is not looking so great for him. Eventually, he will have some good spells to steal, but he is super
Saberlight
poor.
made a bit of a blunder there. I mean, he tried TPing out underneath the Ringmaster. Jakoda, he had the Tame the Beast ready, so the TP just gets cancelled.
We'll miss the one dagger
now
here, but
he's got nowhere to go, really. I mean, Shigetsu's going to be ready to cut him off.
should be dead here. Lotus. Barrier, dagger, dodge.
Dodges the dagger.
Another whip.
Another whip will do it. I mean, yeah, he starts and ends that, Jakoda, as I say. He stopped him TPing out with the whip and then stops him living with the second whip.
Top.
Top. With the avalanche off, but Abed. Same with the Rolling Thunder. Patrick will try and get back to the tower, try and dodge the Rolling Thunder, but can't be done. Gets caught, Abed. Making some good rotations.
Cemetery can't really help him. Oh man, this Rubik's actually looking quite sad. Similar to the ones that I don't like. He's super low level. They're just diving him.
He might be dead again. It's definitely feeling like your disdain for Rubik is kind of justified.
I'm telling you, man, there's something.
When it doesn't look great, it really doesn't.
We'll see mid-game, right? Because he has good spells to steal, but my goodness, this lane looks pretty horrific. Versus Lifestealer is one of the worst to play against, but even versus Bane, yes, in mid-game you have good spells to steal, but they have to find a way to give him some levels. Because, yeah, he's only level 4 at this point. Doesn't have any stacks, too, to go back to for the Tiny as well, too. And Hellscream stacks. They are getting spotted here. Rain.
Going to try and get denies the Ancient. It's not going to happen. Rain gets the kill.
Try. Power Rune. Shigetsu making the rotation to join his team, looking to help out. Cemetery's going to get slept again. See if they anticipate Shigetsu here. He's stalking Abed. They can't quite close that gap. They wanted to go for the big kill, not for just a Bane. Still sticking in the area. Maybe going for a tower push here. He'll eat the catapult. Okay. So it looks like they're trying to put some emphasis on mid. I mean, this was a rotation with an intent to kill, but then he just eats the catapult, and now there's decent damage on this tower just because he did that. So that's actually kind of clever.
Yeah, Shigetsu will turn up back down bottom. Saberlight will have to back off.
Tomato's going to have one of the faster Lifestealer Radiances I think we do get to see with the absolute freedom and the extra kills that he's been given. The Relic is essentially done.
Yeah, he's playing it nicely. I mean, the lane was probably one of the more dream scenarios, right? You're a Lifestealer against a tiny Rubik. You're chilling.
They literally can't touch you.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's absolutely chilling. And now, yeah, as we said, Saberlight has those stacks to go back to, so getting the recovery that he did need. Abed going the defusal route. Pretty close to finishing it. As we do mention, he has the Coddle behind him too, so the Chakra is going to be very powerful to enable these double swashes and shield crashes. 2K lead now out of these lanes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Much more passive from Yellow Submarine. You can feel the way that they're postured around. Can't make nearly as many aggressive plays versus VP this time. And yeah, the supports are still, at least the Rubik, a bit low level. He has hit the 5 now. Fly has hit 6. Might look for a rotation with Grip.
Shigetsu ready to come back over towards the mid here for the 12-minute power room.
Okay. Look how active he's being.
Yeah, he's been up and down a few times. Yeah.
Abed. Hope we get the rune. They're cautious to contest still at this point on the side of Yellow Submarine, being super careful, waiting till the Rubik can participate a bit more too. Still not 6.
Radiant are scanning.
Looks like they're anticipating a movement here. Good read. Get the scan successfully. They're getting in position to block the next move. Shakota's here.
Right.
He's got the ulti.
So look for the start here, and again, my goodness. Ban the Ringmaster. This guy.
Get rid of this guy's ring.
He is so ready for them. And they're just getting caught out. We saw it last game. He was landing these combos every time. In this game, he'll land the combo, and that's a huge one.
I guess it was Cemetery who called it, though, because he got the scan, because they did give the credit to him, because that was a great read. They knew exactly where they were going, essentially. Stood on the high ground. You literally cannot ask for a better situation. My God, this guy's the dream scenario, walking right into him.
I mean, yeah, this,
that should get
as you say, it's
done.
He's got to be getting into a few of their heads, this Ringmaster. You know, they try and make a play, and it's like, he's just there.
Part of all 6 kills so far. Last game, I believe he had like 80-something or 90% kill participation too. The Radiance, as we said, still one of the fastest ones. Tomato does have it finished up already here. But Deso also, Shigetsu, is keeping in pace. Bachuk. They actually want to go
dive
for
on him.
this here.
They've got the Fiend's grip. Is he going to get any TP backup? Doesn't look like it.
That's
just
a roll as well.
I mean, they just let him go.
When he respawns, there's no roll Fiend's Grip. Could definitely see Yellow Submarine set up for the play here around their Shrine of Wisdom. I'm surprised they didn't TP to assist in any way.
No, they just completely just accepted that the Tiny was dead there.
Yeah. And that means they're going to, lose the Shrine as well, too, out of it. So double Shrines for the side of VP. Rain. They see Tomato. He's invis. Can they combo him?
Vortex, into the wheel, into the whip. Oh, he'll get the rage off. He gets the rage off, he'll be able to run. Fly, he'll get left behind, but Tomato will escape.
Did they lift while he was whipped? Like one of the stuns, you know how that happens if you stun someone when they're in the movement? It stops it from them walking into the wheel. I think they may have messed up with one of the spells.
Oh, because it looked like they kind of were landing everything sequentially quite nicely, so something must have messed it up.
He was getting.
We'll see on the replay. Who messed it up?
I think it might have been the lift. I'm not sure.
Well, because you're saying the lift stopped the fear or what? Or
because you know, like the way Ringmaster works is when they're getting pulled in and hypnotized.
Pulled into the wheel.
Have another, like another stun, it can prevent the hypnotize in a way too. So I don't know. I mean, it happens. Lifestealer lives because of it. They didn't get the chain stun.
I'll lose the bottom tier 1 tower here. Tomato starting to move around the map.
At top.
See top. Cemetery. Oh, get the shield crash off. Won't save him. Taken out by Abed's own shield crash. Rain.
So,
when Shigetsu, they do get Saberlight on the other side of the map.
Deso stack acquired. Shigetsu will start getting those rolling. Also has the shard now, so it can start enabling and boosting up that farm speed as well on this Clink soon. Pango blink. Can jump in, can find the back line. Okay, let me see. I don't know. Am I dumb? Did I slip something up? Let me see.
So you got the vortex, the wheels down.
Because they lifted during the fear, right? Because the fear was going to push, but the lift ping... Okay, whatever. Either way, they misexecuted it. Now, when we're watching the replay, they actually do find the kill on him there. So.
No, you're right. Well, like, as in, like, the lift overlap with the fear duration, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, back in mid. Shigetsu. Gonna get caught here by the Rolling Thunder and the Ravage. They'll get him. Cemetery not able to do it much more off the back of that. We'll have to get out. Shikoda. And he's got the illusion. And into the box, but diving the tower.
He's trying.
He's trying to escape. He uses everything there in an effort to survive, but won't. So VP, they'll get 3 of them. They do lose Tomato for the first time that he goes down in the fight, but a big win. They get the 2 carry and the mid, and then on top of that, the bonus Ringmaster.
Saberblade able to get a good Ravage. Shigetsu just right on top of his face. Even though the Rubik does get a good spell steal, it doesn't really do much of anything. But that time they did get the combo. That time they were able to find Tomato there with the whip plus the ulti. Armlet finished up for Tomato.
And Batyuk, he's going to be able to get a bit more involved now. As you know, he's been quietly farming the Blink. The Blink's online, so Blink Echo still good to go at a reasonable timing here, considering it's the offlane Tiny.
It looks like this is when the game will start to kick up in pace, right? Both teams are going to look for constant battles, while for VP, they're a bit more cooldown reliance. So Yellow Submarine, especially with Ravage on cooldown right now, can look to take advantage of it. About 60 seconds or so.
And it's just that it does feel like it's another draft from Yellow Submarines where they are greedier with their 3 cores. And the fact that they've got to 17 minutes in and they're only like 1k gold behind, I don't think they feel too bad about that, you know, Yellow Submarine.
No, definitely not.
Anytime you kind of get to this position, when you have something like an offlane Tiny, you feel good. Trying to set up onto him.
Sleep save, box save.
Not going to help him. Too much damage to go around it. Rain and Shigetsu, though, looking to see if they can get way back in on this.
Checking to make sure that this sleep bug doesn't happen. I don't know if you've seen this before. When Rubik steals Nightmare, it can break Bane. I don't know if they fixed it.
Oh, where you can't unsleep, or you're just constantly stuck without the ability.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to keep tabs if it happens.
Was that a replicable situation, or that was just a very rare... Or you think that can be replicated?
I've had it happen to me recently.
Oh, you've actually seen it?
Well, yeah, so... that's why I just pointed it out instantly when I saw him get it, so we'll keep eyes on it.
Wait, so what can trigger it?
Sleeps. It's something about the way that it unsleeps. I have no idea how it exactly actually happens, but we'll keep eyes on if it does happen. VP. Soon time for Tormentor and Roche that they can look to start doing pretty soon with their draft. They can't kill it very effectively with all their minus armor. Batyuk, as you said, does have the Blink Dagger to get more involved, but as we were indicating in the draft in particular, right, very hard game for him to get in and then even get out. Has to be able to see some of these backline heroes, which is just difficult. He's going for the greed.
Smoke time.
40 seconds. Yeah, Tormentor time to set up for it. How's Abed's Aghanims looking? It's pretty close. They're actually going to make an aggressive play first before going back for it. This might catch Yellow Submarine off guard.
Well, Batyuk stepping up.
Oh,
they'll go straight for him.
Sleep.
Bringing TPs in, but won't be able to save Batyuk. The question is if they can fight afterwards. They'll get the jump onto Tomato.
Sleep
there in an effort to help him out, but the damage is coming in from Shigetsu. Tomato's dead. They strike back here, Yellow Submarine, and they're ready to catch more over the Hellscream. They'll heal up. Rain, he won't have enough mana to finish the Cottle off.
Ravage
Just be the 1-for-1.
They gotta back away. Abed's in.
Shikoda, get the whip off, but you will slowly die here under the tier 2. So VP, get both of them.
Very strong when they have all these cooldowns. Shigetsu, really go for a support. No, Saberblade will take the sleep. They don't want to get pulled onto the high ground here. Fly. Looks like he might get pulled onto that high ground, though. He can sleep himself down. Okay, he doesn't even get stuck.
It just lasted just long enough to take him over. I mean, Shigetsu's still seeing if someone like hangs around and he can get a pick off. Oh, Rain. I want to go for this. They get the avalanche onto the both of them. Good control with the toss. It's a decent amount of damage. Saberlight taken super low. It will live.
Good control. Botched
you're seeing the potential
avalanche
there.
and toss. That was scary there for even Saberlight. He was pump faking Ravage and almost dies before he can get it off. They're smoking again.
I mean, yeah, they're starting to play really fast. Tomato would be a huge kill.
They can chain stun him.
There's the opening. They
gets the rage
off. They couldn't chain stun him. There's the chance to rage. Now with the Fiend's grip on the back, they've just got to bail on the Tiny. Let the Tiny go. They weren't able to land the combo that time.
They're going for the plays, but it's difficult to fully execute, as we do see. They've done it 2 times where they're able to get it, but they failed twice now too, also trying to get this lifestealer, and they're losing Botchu for it. They start to fall behind on this Tiny. Even though they have this triple scaling, it's such a good lifestealer game for Tomato. Even though he has died the twice, you're seeing if he just gets rage off, he lives almost every single time here.
I mean, Shigetsu's going to go for this super aggressive build, right? With Deso straight into the Aghanims. He's, you know, a bit over halfway on the gold towards the Aghanim, so it's going to be a fast timing on that.
Vulnerable versus versus pretty much everything of VP, if that's the case. Because now the Aghanims is going to be out for Saberlight, so he's not just a Ravage. These Gushes are very threatening once you start getting all these talents in with the Aghanims. Clinks isn't going to be able to run. You just get hit by 2-3 Gushes and you're stuck in place, so...
Yeah, especially because you've got no defensive items on Clinks. He's not looking for any soon.
No, Dust instantly popped from Saberlight, expecting something from Shigetsu here. Doesn't have the Aghanims yet, so can't get the spit onto him. Tormentor, as we said, Hellscream will get it, so kind of a dream. One of the better shards you can get. Coddle, extra healing, you get 2 solar binds. Fantastic. It's all about playing with the heals with this hero in the mid game. Another smoke. Got all their ultis at the ready. See if Yellow Submarine is prepared for this movement here. Looks like they are at the moment. Shakota.
Radiant are scanning.
2 scans thrown out. They will get successful on one of them. Abed. Yeah, these upcoming fights now. Everybody, well, anyone who gets hit by Gush is gonna have like minus 14 armor with the lucky shot on top. Rain. We'll get away.
We'll get out.
Shakota, not so lucky.
Do they try and stop the Roche? 4v5?
I don't know if you can. Dies pretty quickly to all this minus armor.
Could Rain go for a steal? It doesn't look like they're looking towards the pit at all, though.
No, I don't think so. He has gem. Doesn't want to lose the gem. Boats have to give this one up. VP. Even with just 1 kill, we'll be able to set up for that. Rain, though, did get to hold the BKB, which is pretty important for him. Didn't have to pop it earlier.
Alright, Tomato with the Aegis.
Going for the Master next.
Is this going to be an Aegis and farm, or are you just trying to approach the high ground early if you're VP? Now, how much of a rush are you in?
They don't hit high ground really that effectively with their heroes, right? I think it's an Aegis to fight. The Tomato potentially getting caught here before things start.
He's healing up.
He's healing
Getsu's in trouble. Yeah, I think they might have overestimated the physical damage they had there, Yellow Submarine, when they went for that, because they didn't really have close to enough to even take him down the once. Batyuk, though. Toss back, gets them under the tower. The Ravage comes in, though. Rainey's already dead. They're all dead.
Disastrous toss.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they felt tempted because it's like they're coming up close to the base, but... Oh, no.
They had no resources.
That's a big win there for VP. That's a team wipe.
Yeah, that blows the game completely open there for them. Shigetsu, we saw the build he went for with this aggressive Aghanims. It's not working. Tomato, too much sustain. The open wounds, he heals off it, and then just the Coddle with the heals afterwards onto him. And even though he steals Ravage, I don't know, did he even get it off? I don't think so, right? Yeah, we're seeing it again here.
I don't think he did.
Look how much he heals. Just open wounds.
Yeah,
Hitting
I
some
think they
targets.
really felt that they were going to do much more damage than they did when they go for that sort of play.
This did feel like the perfect pick for Tomato, honestly, this game. Playing versus that Tiny, and I think this is why we were seeing them so hesitant to keep that core Tiny, and we're seeing the effect of it. This last pick, Rubik, sure, I was mentioning he has some spells he can steal, but man, is it looking as sad as most of the Rubik games that I've been seeing as a last pick. On top of not having a different 3 position, they have this hero that's also super shut down and isn't contributing too much. Yellow Submarine, these next few moments look super impossible for them to take this team fight. Somehow have to take a fight without one of these ults online, but...
They will catch Fly out on his own. This is trying to go out on a warding mission.
It's hard for them to, it's hard for them to take fights when one of these ultis is on cooldown. Rolling Thunder is back up. Abed.
Oh, Batyuk. He's in a lot of trouble. They do not want to try and help him here. They do get the Rolling Thunder steal, though.
Okay. Like, he's got good spells, they just don't do anything. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this hero right now. Very difficult to make it work into some of these games. Even though Dakota has bossed up a bunch in this Ringmaster, we're definitely seeing it, the struggles. And VP, full Basher now, Abyssal soon on the horizon for Tomato, more and more control for the Storm. They can start taking fights even without Ravage, as we say. Just needs to be a full cleanup item.
They're going to have to look for some solid kind of toss plays into the base, into the fountain from Batyuk.
Mm-hmm. Shigetsu probably needs the BKB, but also wants more damage. Shikoda will be caught.
Yeah, they catch him out. Godlike here for Abed. Much better game this time round. Had a rough game 1, but indeed this game 2, the Pango 11-1 and 10. Very different story from Abed.
They just needed to wake up, it looks like, on top of get a better draft, which this one does look, as we said, infinitely better than that one before.
It's a much better draft than the game 1-1. Yeah. Well, the game 1-1 looked rough, but yeah, this one.
Abed truly enabled. What is he, 90% kill participation? 11-1 and 10, besides that one play that happened bottom.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. He's been everywhere. And just, great way to close the draft up with the lifestealer for Tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice game for him. Abed.
Set up.
Oh, gets kind of caught sleeping there.
They'll find him.
That's that's a lot of money. That's the end of his godlike streak going to Batyuk.
Batyuk gets it though. I would have liked to see Shigetsu. And Shigetsu does switch. Okay, he was tempted to go for BKB, but maybe he's thinking, guys, we can't go for BKB. We need to go for the big damage items.
Absolutely, go all out, go all out. You've gone for this Ags Deso route. You have to play for the high ground, play for setting up the burning army.
They have to play around these cooldowns. They're gonna smoke right now because there's no Pango. Could look for perhaps a fight if they can catch the backline in particular. Rolling Thunder up in about 20 seconds. If they can play around this, it's pretty strong. They're starting to make a comeback, at least in terms of gold, and scare VP since this Pango's dead during their Aegis timing.
Oh!
Ravage.
Okay. They'll blow straight away for the Storm. Rain trying to zip in to initiate. No hesitation. Ready to drop the Ravage there, Saberlight.
Abyssal coming into play. He just picked that up, too. They had the Fiend's Grip to cover anyway. I think he actually did end up casting it for like a 0.1 second Fiend's Grip, but they had him anyway. So tried to take advantage. Since they did kill the Pango, they had a 4v5 essentially in a way, even though there is that Aegis. Can't quite do so, end up losing Rain. No, Abed.
So they're looking for Shikoda.
They found him.
Abed will catch him. Another one here for Abed on the Pango.
Infinitely liking Abed on the Pango and Hellscream on the Coddle more, like I said a couple times. Just, looks much easier to play.
BKB's done for Batyuk. So I'll have a bit of a safer chance jumping in and looking for these toss backs without getting interrupted. Shigetsu very close to the Demon Edge. So having that big damage item, the Daedalus, before the high ground push comes in might be a possibility.
They have so many ways to get on him though, right? Even if he does have the positioning to blast it, they can just bypass positioning with these blinks. All they need to do is connect either a Rolling Thunder or a Ravage on this Clinks, and he's everything at this point. It does feel like Rain is pretty far behind on this Storm.
Oh, they know he's around. They've seen
Right
him.
on him. Oh, and he loses a fair bit of gold too. Isn't able to get the Demon Edge in time. Loses a 400. Fly with the read.
Batyuk's going up pretty far on the top.
Fly.
They're looking for him.
They get him.
Is it worth BK being and trying to run? Oh, yeah, they're just going to grip him, actually, aren't they?
He's being
grip's
driven.
there.
Yeah, you can. He's dead.
And after the grip's done, there's no point. Tomato's on top of him with the Basher Viscel.
Really solid stuff from this Lifestealer. A couple of these Lifestealers we've seen in this tournament. I think this is the second or third one that me and you have seen that just feels untouchable after a certain point.
Picked in a great position.
Yep. Good lane. Gets away with, what was it, a 13-minute Radiance timing. Hey, the draft fits with him.
We'll try.
Up it.
Dive in the towers here for Cemetery, and he'll get him.
Big damage. Yeah, it's tons of minus armor, plus a Lifestealer being able to thrive off of it with a good backline support. Yellow Submarine, perhaps thinking about what's going to happen in this next game. Only Shigetsu can really do anything, and he still does not have this Daedalus.
He needs to get out of the map and try and find that final 700 gold somehow, some way.
They might look to close the game, though, here. VP could just stick in the area if they want to. Have all the 3 lanes pushing in. See how safe they do want to be. Doesn't feel like they do need to back up too much here, but looks like they will. Roche, go back up and check to see what the timer is. Full Shivas now for Abed as well. But they can park themselves in this area and wait in case Yellow Submarine does come out and just wait for the Roshan if they want to be super safe. Yeah, Abed, night and day difference really on this Pango in comparison to the Ear Spirit. Good lane, good plays. Ready to go in.
They're going to go for the smoke.
They're going
See
for
what
the
they can
super
find.
big wraparound. Does he have a spell stolen on Rubik right now? No, so nothing big.
Oh, could you oh.
Nope.
I mean, Sablelight's got Ravage at the ready, so they don't really want to go on this tide.
He is insanely tanky too. They see the Pango,
Oh.
they're gonna try.
They're going to try and all in on Abed first. See if they can take
He's
him
so
out.
tanky.
Abed gets the shield crash and the swashbuckle off. He's perfectly fine. That might have been their final effort here, Yellow Submarine, and indeed it
GG.
was. GG was called. Game 3 coming up. Game 2, VP, they sort themselves out. They fixed the draft, they fixed the play, and they come in with the level of performance that you expect from these players.
Yep, Saberlight get to both of them who tried the Largo in the mid lane, and they had decent early games, pretty good early games, and then it's like
Then
30
they just
minutes
become
and they fell off.
useless.
Yeah, they fell off.
You're
the
just
cliff
running
super
around
hard, so.
playing your guitar whilst you're ancient fools. You know, at least they can have some nice music whilst they lose the game. But it could be rough. You know, things go downhill when you're in the mid Largo. But let's see. Let's see if Rain can show us what's what and continue to stay on top in this one as we get into Game 3 here between VP and Yellow Submarine. Both teams, you know, considering the kind of the rush showing they had in the losses that they've had respectively in this series so far, they've got to step it up, right? Because the winner of this will go on to play against the winner of Power Rangers and Team Vision. And, you know, maybe Power Rangers come in with an upset, but it's probably going to be Team Vision. And in the state that both these teams are, Team Vision's probably going to walk over these teams.
Yeah, I would say so. They're even experimenting, as we saw a little bit on Vision, right?
Yeah.
Going for the Earth Spirit, and he looked super good on 9 class with it. So there's a lot of extra things you got to worry about versus that team. So, yeah, let's see how these lanes do end up going down. Let's see how everything is. And let's see if the Primal Beast in particular is able to get into the game. I'm really worried because of this clock. It feels it's not even just about like the lane or anything. It's the whole game that just becomes very, very deterred by the 5 position, which is really annoying. But yeah, let's see also the Largo, right? Like you're mentioning, he does have some good stuff to lick off in particular, right, he can lick off the wind run. He can lick off the shield, so they can do some big burst damage and cast heroes that perhaps thought they would survive.
I mean, that is true, actually, because I feel like that's one thing that might have been overlooked, or at least they don't think it's a problem. But picking the Wind Ranger carry into a Largo, especially when it's like a mid Largo, you know, you're absolutely right. He is going to be able to hold and get the lick off on you when you Wind Run in these team fights.
Yeah, almost every single time, right? It's when it's a mid Largo too. He's gonna have a lot more levels, a lot more damage.
Yeah, like he'll be able to get in and click it on you. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. Top lane, this one's going to be pretty tough, I would say, for Yellow Submarine playing into this Wind Ranger plus Clockwork. It feels super free again for Tomato. And playing with this tiny support, we'll see what Cemetery can do, because he did also play that Rubik in the last game, and it did look quite underwhelming. And Tiny is another one of those support heroes that can look pretty underwhelming nowadays. Takes you forever to get to the blink. Your spells are so expensive nowadays, too. And you're playing versus Clockwork, who's actually burning your mana, too, which is very annoying and sad.
Now on the bottom lane, Saberlight, you know, he's had a couple of tough starts to the lanes. Obviously, last game he was able to pick it back up as the Tide. Is this a bit of an easier lane for him? Should he actually be able to get some farm out the first few levels, first few waves?
Yep. He can actually play the lane quite easily, I would say, versus the Lich and the Lifestealer. He shouldn't die to the spam that comes out from a Lich and the right clicks from a Lifestealer. Especially with the backup of the Kata with the Blinding Light. Unless he steps up just way too far forward. But that should not be the case. This should be a nice lane for Saberlight. Like you said, unlike the last two times. And I'm watching mid mostly. Definitely seeing that kind of what we felt yesterday also, where Largo's first few waves are insanely strong. Right, 77 damage, repositioning. It's very nice.
Top. It's just going to be what Cemetery trying to grab the creeps. Playing the lane seems kind of impossible against this clock for the two melee heroes up here.
And this is one of the rare games. Well, I mean, rare games where we'll see the pros do this, right? The battery assault early. Because most of the time they just, of course, go rocket, but you're playing versus Primal Beast, so you always want to have this battery assault. At least at one point early. Because we've been seeing people even skip it until like level 9. Yeah, Lifestealer is the one even being slowed down, in fact, down here, as we're seeing, versus this Coddle plus Tide. Just extra little bit of denies, extra base damage, since he has the anchor to be able to trade effectively versus Shigetsu.
Oh, we just have to rely on a sort of the early rotation to get a chance for a kill. And Cemetery.
Reigns
Tomato's ready for him this time.
push his advantage in mid lane. Abed should be okay here. That's Primal. He's really struggling, as we kind of anticipated. We'll see if he does have ways to recover back in the game through some stacks or something. But him and the Tiny gonna be very low level, low farm. And as
Yeah,
I said,
Tiny's
for
getting like
position
no
Tiny,
XP.
Yeah, that's definitely concerning. Does he get the range creep at least? He does not, even with the avalanche.
Now, how do you even get your game going as a Tiny here?
Middle tower is under
Just check
Got no
runes.
place to really be up on the lane top.
Yeah, you just check runes and stack, I think, is the only thing. The best thing that you can do at this point. Just block out Abed from getting one of them there, but it's actually Abed going bottom, getting the rune anyway. And the Clockwork just following him on in the meantime. These side lanes are not going so well. The Lifestealer is getting okay farm, but it's Saberlight actually getting stuff too, so. With Hellscream rotating, they did get a bit of bullying onto Saberlight. Is he bringing a salve? Okay, he is good. I was going to say, he is kept very low right now, needs to get pushed up.
Cemetery, yeah, just every time he tries to step up, he's getting pushed back by these cogs.
And these heroes are
nice.
super low, very limited on their mana pools, and they're playing versus Clockwork. So in mid-game also, you just get hit by 1 or 2 cogs, and you may not even have mana for your toolkit. So I'm a bit shocked that they did, even though you could see the reason why they wanted the Primal Beast, picking it with the Clockwork still available. See how he ends up dealing with that as the game continues. Shakota doing similar as last time, since he's playing versus Coddle Tide. Disrupting, trying to block some camps. So go on Saberlight the second that they do see the Coddle away from the lane.
Oh, he just feels unkillable.
They're trying with the
too much time that they got to spend hitting him. Yeah, it's just they need a rotation. So, yeah, they're +1 to come in if they want to try and get a kill here.
Yep, they're gonna try again, but Raindrop just absorbs pretty much every single one of those Frost Blasts that come in from the Lich. Power Rune time, Shakota, he's got to leave the bottom lane. Start to run toward mid. They have Cemetery in the area as well. Abed is 6 though.
Top flight.
They found him.
Yeah, he just... And that was 100 to 0. Like, they just caught Batchuk with the battery assault. He can't onslaught away. It's rough. It is absolutely as rough as you're making it out to be, that matchup. That is... It just looks like you can't... You cannot lane there against this clock.
When Primal first got added, of course it's been quite some time, it was Clockwork and Veno were your two literal nightmare scenarios that you played against, so definitely seeing the result of that here so far. 2 points in cogs now. Rain has hit the 6 in the mid. Abed has stacks to go back to enable him to. Since this time it's Saberlight actually having a better time, he doesn't need to take the stacks. They'd rather prioritize Abed's timing of his farm to stake these. Just give the Coddle the mid lane too, since he also doesn't really have the most XP, both of these 4 positions. Okay, Cemetery. See where he looks to go here. Go for house.
Get the call.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can they go for a steal? Shakota is going to try to get in position for it.
Oh, I think they can. Yeah, Shakota, you should be able to mess around with Saberlight long enough for the backup to come in.
Clockwork's coming.
Won't be able to stop Rain from closing over towards Saberlight, but now Abed's in with the Rolling Thunder. And Rain, he is in a lot of trouble.
He
will
is
not
stuck.
be getting out of this.
Smart move. Good play from Abed there, ensuring that he can come in to make sure they get that shrine. Brought the numbers. Abed again, having a good entry into the game, and as we said, Tomato, it's a complete free game for him. And the matchup of the Wind Ranger versus the Lifestealer, it is pretty good.
They're going to be happy with this start. It's close on the numbers, but yeah, overall, it does feel a lot more difficult for Yellow Submarine.
A lot harder for them to make plays, it feels like. 2 supports, I mean, especially the Tiny, right? Only level 3. Damage is going to be limited from their side. Fly, level 5 now online, so these cogs are going to be actually very strong this game. Every game they're strong, but into more strength heroes, they're even stronger, right? Because these heroes have limited mana pools. So I was saying, if you do get hit from even 2 of them as a Primal Beast, you cannot cast your combo.
And bottom Saberlight could just continue to sit down here without much threat of dying.
I'm gonna try again onto him, but without the Chain Frost, it's very unlikely. No 6 yet. Not even close yet for Shakota. Not even 5. And what time did we get the Relic at the least on the Lifestealer last game? It was, what, 9 minutes or so?
It was crazy fast.
It was very fast. Maybe it was 10 minutes, I believe it.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, Shigetsu's not going to be able to match that. That was pretty crazy timing that Tomato had with the lane setup.
He did buy us a gloves in between, so we do see that from Shigetsu. There's some extra attack speed there. Top, Cemetery.
Ooh, get the combo
Shot
off.
won't hit.
He's going to live. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh,
Swashbuckles
just
there.
kidding.
Abed goes for a little bit of a dive under the tower to secure the kill.
Cemetery having a very difficult time getting into this game. To be expected this time, though, as the Tiny, and compared to last time. Top tower is fully dead. Tomato able to just focus fire it down.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Difference in their draft in comparison, right? VP can take towers. Hitting buildings on the side of Yellow Submarine is gonna have to come way later after some kills. Lifestealer doesn't want to just walk up and hit them in the comparison. He's gonna walk into Triangle. Just steal an Ancient. Thank you. This is a strong one, too. The Petrify is very powerful if they get a target. Can they look to slow down this Wind Ranger? Tomato will be okay. Wasn't an aggressive position there. They could have punished him for a second there. Instead, it's a good fly.
Yeah, look at the catch here with the toss back. Starting to get some kills here for Rain.
Okay, we're seeing a different build, at least from Rain this time. He's going Vessel, since they're playing versus the Coddle. Does make sense. Coddle, it feels like almost similar to something like the IO that I was mentioning yesterday, where you want to have some type of anti-heal. It does so much in the game, so... See if that build works. I think I've only seen the Kaya build every single time is the first time, so see if this will make a little bit of a difference for us. Rain.
I mean, do you try and go for a gank on Tomato? Like, what are you going to do about this Wind Ranger? Like,
It's just not easy till you have a gap close.
Yeah, so what is really going to be what these blink daggers that you're waiting for?
Pretty much. Because the clock will just counteract. Even when you have blink, right? That's the issue. It's not easy for this Primal to be able to go for it. Because Fly's whole game is just going to be to sit around the Wind Ranger, I imagine, to be able to protect him versus one of these catches.
Yeah, Tomato's in a great spot. Had a lovely lane. And I saw what he was able to do with that last game on his lifesteal. This time, and the Wind Ranger also picked in a position where the heroes' matchups look pretty good.
They do. And he's got protection as well, too. Abed, mid, going for the all-in on him.
Yeah, Rain able to catch him quickly with the lick into the Frog Stomp. So Abed underestimating the chance that there would be the backup in the area for Rain.
Fly, they tried to close the gap onto him there. Licked off the shield rune, not able to get that kill. Can they hit buildings, though? Like I said, this for Yellow Submarine, I think they could get some kills, but hitting these towers, I don't know when that's going to happen. It's going to have to be like out of a team fight win in particular.
Yeah, it's going to have to be some full-on push with the at least 3 or 4 of them.
Because, yeah, it's like they're all 3 cores melee heroes, essentially. Just tells the tale of not wanting to be able to walk up and hit these buildings. None of the supports either. No natural push from them. Batyuk top. Hook shot won't connect.
And neither will the Shackle. So Batyuk's fine.
Can they punish this? Batyuk doesn't want to go for it here. Still dangerous to jump into this clockwork.
They're going to go for Chain Frost. Blade down bottom. Oh! Is it enough?
Should have him.
It is. Just enough here with the chase down from Shigetsu.
He gets the last tap. The relic is done. The range is actually going to be almost the same time, right? It's 13 minutes, and he's got the gloves.
It's still going to be very fast.
It's actually going to be very, very quick anyway. Yep. That's a big kill to find in the Tide, too. Saberlight just playing very far forward, honestly. He has the jungle to be able to go back to, but wants to go to the lane versus a Chain Frost. Ends up just giving another kill.
He did not respect the Chain Frost.
No.
Not one bit.
But you have to respect the Chain Frost under creep waves.
It's a lot. It's a lot of damage. Mid.
Mid, they're looking for Abed.
It's good damage, but not enough to stop him from swashbuckling out. And in fact, maybe turning with the Rolling Thunder. Look straight over towards Shikoda.
Saberlight will come join his team. Hellscream starting to pump up the mana, enable Abed, who does have the Diffusal Blade, so they do have their 2 first core items on the side of VP to play around here with this Coddle. On Yellow Submarine, they also have core items to play around. Radiance, it is finished. And I believe the Vessel's about to be done, too. And Batyuk he's switching things up a little here. Perhaps it is because just cogs, right? Sure, there is ways to bypass this BKB that he is going for in the game. But if he can just BKB and grab the, either the Pango to stop the roll or just find the Wind Ranger, that can be huge. It's probably mostly for the Pango, I would say. Because you just BKB and you stop his roll.
Yeah, that is the most safer way to go rather than the Blink Rush. Especially because you've got your Tiny going Blink anyway.
Oh, Rain.
With the hook shot.
Very dead.
See if they can maybe find more down here, but Shigetsu is got to be fine.
It's such a good clockwork game. I'm just gonna keep going on this. These cogs are gonna be so brutal for Largo. All three physical strength melee cores.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This really trips them up so much throughout this game. Tomato, his timings, his Mjolnir's nearly done. So I guess for Yellow Submarine, it'll just be a BKB from the Primal and then try to make plays around there, but...
I think so, yeah. That's the timing that they've got to wait for, really, if they want to try and turn up and do something.
I feel like VP is feeling pretty happy, at least at the moment, with the current state. Blink is finished up. That's actually not bad at all. Oh, and I will give Cemetery the
No,
credit
considering he was kind of running around, what was this level 1 tiny, kind of 3-4 minutes in it almost felt like.
I mean,
yeah, he's
I
picked
want to
his
say it's
game
not
up
bad.
nicely.
It's amazing timing, actually. The fact that he gets it at 15 after that, it's pretty damn amazing. And this could actually trip them up a lot, because Abed's a bit vulnerable at this moment in the game. He's 1200 HP, tiny toss back. They have enough burst damage to kill him with the Largo. This might catch VP off guard. I did not see that he was farming this much or getting this much on the tiny. And perhaps that's the reason that Botchik also was like, you know what, I'm just going to go BKB instead first.
Exactly, yeah, because his tiny's got the blink.
Timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He'll still probably want to get the blink next, but
100%.
for now, yeah, just getting the BKB to keep him safe.
Cemetery.
Gonna go in onto Batyuk. Cemetery will jump.
There's the
for it.
toss.
Toss onto Tomato. Tomato will dive to finish off the kill. And he's going to be able to TP out as well. So they're able to get away with the dive there, even with the Blink Dagger tiny reveal. Yellow Submarine can't quite punish that play, and they lose 2 heroes.
It looks like they were ready for the play there too, but just a little too slow. Botchik gets comboed off, and also Botchik had used the ultimate on the neutrals on the left side, so didn't have it for the grab potential under the tower there for the split second, because he did have the mana. So Blink won't be able to protect the Primal Beast there from the Tiny, but it does reveal the Blink also, so VP now aware that this Tiny does have it. Armlet finished up for Shigetsu. Going Aghanims for sure this game when you're playing versus the Wind Ranger and the Pango.
Top. It's a little bit too quick there, Abed.
This game is the closest one we have, though. In terms of numbers and what feels like the hero matchups, right? It's just what's the Largo going to contribute, right? That's
that's my major concern here. It feels like, you know, VP, they're starting to make moves, starting to make plays. Yellow Submarine, the pressure is kind of around their Tiny to be the one to make those jumps, because the Largo, just in the nature of his hero, is limited in what he can offer when it comes down to starting plays. So sure, you can kind of buff up the team, keep them strong, keep them alive. But much less explosive and much less potential as compared to what Abed's going to be able to do on the Pango for VP. So
agreed. Yeah, 100%.
We'll have to see in these fights. I think it could start getting pretty hard pretty quickly for Yellow Submarine, especially now into this Aegis of Tomato.
And Saberlight also now having an item, right? He has got the wraps, so has a way to frontline a little easier too, so likely to be able to get that Ravage off. We've seen these lifestealers be able to do it though, right? Even when he is one of the only kind of like carries, even though it's like a 4 protect 1, some of these lifestealers can slot in to be able to work for this. Just it's going to be the question versus a Wind Ranger, because it does feel like a really solid Wind Ranger game. Shigetsu, it's the Rage off.
I'm just going to continue to run him down as the Rage comes to an end.
Hook off the mark.
Okay, well, yeah. He's going to be fine. They're actually seeing if they can turn.
Oh. Saberlight would pipe instead of wraps. Okay. It is going to block a lot of the early damage, right? It blocks the Radiance, blocks the Largo,
it is a very
blocks
good
the
pipe
Primal.
game.
It's a very good pipe game. We just don't see it picked up so much from the offlaners. Not like this either, so... Foregoing the Aghanims first. Yeah, because he's playing into Lifestealer and the Ags isn't as useful, and there's a lot of plus armor that comes from the Grooven. Interesting. 20 minutes. Tormentor soon going to be the point of contention. Yellow Submarine setting up for top. Shackle will connect.
Yeah, they get the opening place. Still able to get the Rage off. Shigetsu turns towards Tomato. Infest is there over the Cemeteries. They'll start to back away. Swashbuckle.
Here's Abed.
Finishes Shikoda. They get their hands on Rain. They cannot. So, oh, they can! The hook shot's back up. Fly. He'll hit this one. Straight in onto Rain. They'll catch and kill the Largo.
Yep. Not seeing it. At least what the Largo can contribute in a lot of these fights. It does feel hard for him. Tomato now in the mid lane. Also looking for Batu. Has BKB. Going for the play. They'll get the Aegis.
Abed has Rolling Thunder though, so he can set up for Tomato to fight back. Nice. Gonna go for the BKB TP Batchuk and he'll get out.
Pop the Soul Ring for the mana for the BKB.
Shigetsu though.
He's caught.
He's in a lot of trouble. They're gonna be looking to run him down. The rage will soon come to an end. The shackle persists. Shigetsu's gone. Power shot over towards Cemetery. Tomato thinking about diving for him. They'll actually just blow the Ravage to kill off Shikoda. They wanted that Lich gone.
They're starting to snowball pretty hard on VP. Using that Aegis like that, honestly, whatever. That's perfectly fine. Ends up getting a big core kill afterwards onto Shigetsu because of them being able to just train through him and now pressure onto the top tower. Yeah, seeing the lack of impact from the Largo, at least for me now as the game does progress too. And also the Primal, he just can't get spells off. He's 0-2. No, he has BKB in the game. Hard to just get in.
Just didn't have an easy start to the game because of that lane. Up against this clock was not a fun time for him.
And now the blink is finished up for Fly also, so you always can get the angle to get the hook shot to stop the Primal grab or get the cogs to prevent some of this aggression that can come in too. Now this VP draft feels like it's getting stronger and stronger, and for Yellow Submarine, I feel like only one hero feels like he's getting stronger and stronger, and it's Shigetsu.
Yeah, it really is. The others are just going to fall off. And then, I don't know, it is hard, I think, as a lifestealer alone.
Yeah, sometimes it is possible, but this, right, there's a lot of ways to kite him, a lot of ways to trip him up too.
Yeah, just a lot of damage coming out from this Radiant. She's doing it into, like, this obviously early pipe that the Tide picked up this game, Saberlight, so... Until you kind of get the Ags and then some sort of heavy right-click item on the lifestealer, I don't think VP's going to care about him too much.
I don't think so either. Just great ways to reset around him. Pango, Abed, we did mention also in this draft, the Yellow Submarine, they picked a lot more to try to counter this Pango. He's 7-1-3. He's having another one of these games.
He's doing great.
Enabled nicely with the Coddle, right? I mean, I was mentioning also I love the Coddle with the Pango so much more than I saw their approach from the first game with the Dark Willow plus, what was it, Earth Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of funny how different it is considering when they pick their heroes as well, right? It was what, VP game 1, they were saving Abed's pick for last. They give him this Earth Spirit, does not work out. And then game 2, game 3, they just first pick him the Pango. And apparently both of those games, he has an amazing time. So it's a very different draft approach that's seeming to work out a lot better. We'll see Yellow Submarine try and make a play here with the BKB and the Pulverize. They will not get close to getting a kill, and they have to retreat.
That's the blink reveal too for Batchuk. Instant smoke from VP since the BKB was used. They have everything at the ready. Abed. Full Aghanims. Ready for his target. Oh, Shigetsu. No way. They might just know exactly where he is.
He's going to try and rage and run, but Tomato's on top of him with the focus fire. The cogs are down. Shigetsu trapped. Their big carry taken out again.
You can never rage TP. That's the other thing, right? This Clockwork, besides just being the answer to the Primal, it's the answer to the Lifestealer when he wants to go for these type of plays on the sides. Yeah, I don't know, and I think I don't want to see any more Largo mid.
I'm down to get on that train with you. Yeah, I think Largo mid is... It feels like it ain't it. I feel like it can only be it if you get some kind of incredible 5-man snowball, full snowball, you know, running down towers, running down objectives. But, you know, it's 24 minutes in. They've only taken one tier 1 tower. And their lineup anyway outside of Largo, it is not some sort of snowball lineup. You know, it's a Lifestealer farming a Radiance and trying to go for the late game.
Batchuk jumps in and grabs a creep while Tomato is making the move on Jakoda, so can't help his buddy either. And Batchuk...
he might just get found as well. Okay, he's got the BKB TP, so he'll get away. But a few times now, just having to use the BKB to run away, Batchuk. But Yeah, I don't know. They're just hard to sort of see the idea here with this Game 3 draft from Yellow Submarine. And yeah, Game 2, Game 3, they really stepped it up with the draft, VP. As I said, I don't know what the Game 1 was, but the Game 2 and the Game 3, they really got their stuff together.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe Rain, when he's got Kaya Sanj and he's got more levels, we'll have to see what the Largo can do. But usually the point, this is the point, even a little bit before, like after this is when the Largo starts to fall off from what we've seen. It's usually early at this point where the Largo's looking good. This one, it's kind of meh with what he's up against.
It just feels like it's this hero that I'd imagine if you're VP, you don't care one bit about. Like, you're probably just thinking about this Largo the same way as if it was a support. Like, there's no part that you're like, oh, watch out, they might have the Largo with them at this part of the map. I don't think they care.
No, it's not like, oh, watch out for the overwhelming damage or the overwhelming heals that's coming out, right? They have the overwhelming damage and the overwhelming heals on the side of VP, in fact, with the coddle. Catch, Botchuk, BKB still
BKB's
CD.
on cooldown. Backup's coming over here. Can he get back to the safety of his base? He can.
Rain.
And they can Ravage for this.
This is very aggressive.
Saberlight.
They're in.
Ravage and the focus fire will do it. That's Rain dead. And on top of that, they get the bonus. Killer picking off Jakoda at the side.
What did Jakoda even die to? Just casual damage. A Mjolnir procs, a Ravage, and just the Pango spells that came through. So
Shigetsu's got to run. He ended up pretty deep. He went aggressive with the Aghanims Infest. It's going to get tossed back to safety. But that was a little bit risky.
Yeah, the poor Lich just died to the fodder all over the place. Just walked up to try to help a buddy, and there's just too many different things flying all over the place. Lightnings, tentacles, etc.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cemetery. They're stepping up to try to go for this defense here. There's no Ravage, no Rolling Thunder.
Oh.
Jumping the back.
See what they can do, and they'll get the call.
Get the supports.
They get Fly, so D2 supports dead.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Can they touch the cores?
They're gonna try because all these spells are on cooldown. They're gonna chase out for Saberlight here. Taking some time, but they should have him.
It's gonna try for the TP out, but they have him. All right, they get a big kill. 2 supports, and then they take down the big old Tide.
Good identification too, right there. Like, guys, they just dove our tier 3s using Ravage and Rolling Thunder. So we have to try to be able to punish this. So you can see why Shigetsu wanted to chase out so far there. Got themselves some three big kills. Can this turn this into a Roche if it spawned?
Oh no, it's still 1 minute. Yeah, still 1 minute on the Roche.
That would have been
pretty nice for them. Yeah.
Yep. How's the Ags looking for Botchuk? As we said, BKB Ags timing also can be something versus this Tide Hunter to break him. I don't know how much we'll see VP push like that again with their ultis, by the way, too. Even though they did get the kills, right, it was a pretty forced fight that they did go into without even going for a tier 2. Next time, probably just going to play around the objective when they go for this play. Because it is a pretty decent swing in terms of gold, right? It's like a 4K gold swing, or 3K gold swing off of those few moments. Ulti's back up, though. VP.
Got Hasterin as well here for the next move.
And
the Submarine. Have the Ags online for Batyuk, and they're going to go straight with the smoke. See if they can get the jump first.
If he finishes this Lincoln's, okay, that can be pretty big. It can block out the grab and stop them from breaking it, the Rolling Thunder in particular from Botchuk. Yes. Looking for somebody here. As we said, they have the Ags on the Primal, so they can't break the Tide.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
I need the team able to get the jump, though.
Saberlight. Fly has to be ready to cancel this Primal. And he can always with the blink, with the hook shot. Gonna start the rush, it looks like. Fly. Getting some information. We'll roar.
They're going to want to do something about this Yellow Submarine.
Saberlight has lost 1,000 HP already.
Start spamming them with the gushes.
They're on Tomato.
Cemeteries tries for the jump onto Tomato. The Ravage will come out. Allows them to focus Rain. Rolling Thunder's in from Abed. Rain is going to try and get dragged to the side, but Abed cleans up both him and Shikoda. They'll get the grab on a Tomato, but the BKB's out. He's been infested. He'll try and run. He won't survive the infest burst, though. As it comes to an end, that will be the death of Tomato. Can Batyuk escape? He's super low on the Primal Beast. Won't have enough damage to kill Abed as Abed gets another shield crash off. I mean, they get Tomato, but they did have to use 2 buybacks in this fight here, Yellow Submarine.
I think they're looking for the roast with those buybacks. They don't want to let VP set up and go back for it here. Can they go for it? They don't have the same type of minus armor draft to be able to just kill it. I don't know if they kill it fast enough before this Wind Ranger respawns. That was a pretty huge fight for Shigetsu. Able to stick on the targets.
I guess a fair bit of money there for bringing down Tomato. Putting an end to his streak.
Again. Looking to catch VP off guard here. VP's ultis are still on cooldown, especially the Ravage here. Rolling Thunder's up in about 5 seconds. These are big moves from Yellow Submarine. Roche getting low, but shows Shigetsu.
Oh, Cemetery. He's going to get the toss on towards the clock. They catch fly at the start of the fight. They eliminate the clockwork. He's got buyback, uses it immediately. Abed, Rolling Thunder, has the angle back over towards the Primal Beast. Batyuk trying to turn and run, but Abed's got him caught here at the top of the stairs. Batyuk to fall. The 2 of them gone. No chance of a buyback. Rain caught here on the cliff. VP take the fight, and with that, the Roche, it's going to be theirs.
They tried to go for this play, catching the clockwork instant, but he has buyback.
Oh, they found Cemetery.
Off the road.
They get themselves another one here before they finish off Roshan. Tomato takes the Aegis.
It was a decent idea, right? Going for this buyback play, looking for this whole thing after this whole sequence, but even without the Ravage, all they need is the Rolling Thunder from Abed to be able to win this fight. Insane damage he's displaying in this game.
VP looking at just a few fights off from being able to maybe close this game up now.
Can we actually get damage numbers if we have those? If you don't mind, I kind of wanted to see how much Abed is doing in this game.
No.
It feels like he's doing the mass majority. No, okay, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, we got them. So. Production's kind. Yes, we can. Here we are.
Thank you. Yeah, Abed's doing so much work. Heavy lifting coming in from him. We do see Tomato also getting some really nice focus fires, finishing off these targets. Banner with the double siege.
Shigetsu. Got the banner.
Shigetsu needs the next item, feels like. He does need this nullifier to be able to just bypass fully versus Tomato. Even though he did get him this last time around that Roche, it was very close to him not getting him. They need every little bit that they can get at this point, as we're seeing Hellscream. Insane farm on this Coddle, as they do tend to get. Has a full Aghanims. He's catching up to those cores.
Always the smoke as well, VP. Ready to go for the killing blow. Tomato leading the way.
Batyuk. Careful here. Rain also.
Oh, Sablight's going to fight Rain. As Rain is going to get left outside of the base. They can't save him.
He really does look like a support at this point. He's looked like a support now, it feels like, for 10 minutes or so. Just unable to contribute much into them.
I feel like he's one of those heroes. Like, do you think any of these mid players request to play it, or is this their team telling them to play it? Like, is it a fun one to play mid? I don't think it's a fun one, right? You could be any of these spirits jumping around all over the place, but you're just some like frog running around spamming his guitar.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look after this game in particular. I'm gonna look up like a lot more data in terms of it, because I see like the laning concept and all that. But if you're gonna go for this, you probably need some type of like snowball.
Yeah, it feels like, oh great, as you said, well, you've got super high CS, nice animation, and you've got some nice abilities to kind of threaten the enemy mid. But then outside of that, you kind of realize you're a Largo.
Yeah, and usually the case with Largo, the other thing that I always mention is when you're playing support or off lane, you're using Croak on the mid laner.
Sure.
Right? This one, you're croaking yourself as the Largo, but you're croaking nobody else. So. I guess you can croak Primal in this game, but it's not the same. Croaking a Primal Beast compared to croaking a Storm Spirit, croaking a Puck. And yeah, Bachuk. Although his score doesn't look bad by any means. You're seeing, right, just how hard it is for him to play versus this Clockwork. Has yet to be able to cancel the Primal, or has yet to be able to cancel the Rolling Thunder, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, yeah, Fly's pretty much just had him covered. I mean, it's... So we don't see a lot of Primal, and maybe we just don't see a lot because the clock picks are so prevalent at the moment in this meta.
Mm-hmm. It's a hard hero to make work, even besides Clockwork at the moment. If you're not seeing Malrine playing it, that's always the indicator, right? 15,000 lead. Yellow Submarine looking for the toss back plays, looking to catch VP off guard. Aegis 50 seconds still, though. Tomato in the front line. Neither of the targets they want to go for. If they see if they saw Pango or any of the supports, they probably jump there. But the fact that they see the Wind Ranger with the Aegis and the Tidehunter deters them from looking for it.
We just have to wait this 20 seconds until that's gone. Before they try for that final defense.
KB for Tomato to just full focus fire at target. The Lifestealer does have that nullifier to focus at target. And Rain actually has protection now. So let's see if the BKB makes a difference for him to have a long duration team fight. You just get pump the heals to ensure there's Lifestealer can clean targets up.
Radiant are scanning.
What else does Hellscream have coming out? Force Staff? Okay. Just casual one to keep the distance to protect his allies versus that Lifestealer. Thought we might see a bigger item, like a Hex for him coming out soon, but I guess he's just going for some of these smaller ones after the Aghanims. They have a lot of ways to protect each other. Double Force Staffs, they have Lincolns. Well, for Yellow Submarine, they're looking for these tossback plays. They'll find the Wind Ranger.
Not able to burst him. Tomato's able to turn. Shigetsu's able to rage and run. He's going to go for the TP out. Nothing to cancel it through it, so at least he'll be able to bail out of this. But Shigoda's dead. The cemetery's been found at the side. Abed slides across, anchors down there from Saberlight. The two supports gone again.
It's an ambitious attempt, and then it doesn't work at all because they toss the Lifestealer as he pops out. Get the toss on from the Wind Ranger. Unlucky for them. Unlikely that it would work.
They're going to try again. It's enough.
They do get him.
They get him this time. It works out. The rock's getting thrown over as well towards Arvin and Hellscream. The Ravage comes out of the three of them into the Will-O-Wisp. Up to the high ground with the Swashbuckle, Arbed.
Shigetsu
down with the shield crash. There's going to be the buyback here from Cemetery is now Yellow Submarine. Seeing if they can catch anything more from this. They can't. The rest will back out. But hey, they managed to do it. They blow up the Wind Ranger.
I don't think VP expects them to do that when it's 3v5. They just jump in and YOLO for it, and it works. It actually ends up working. Shigetsu has to be careful, though, how much he chases forward afterwards, because he did run out of mana. Does have to back up. But they get him. You get Tomato again. The all-in plays, showing that it can work even as a 3v5. That was impressive.
Let's see if they can set up to do that again. Yellow Submarine. It'll take a few of those. If they can find a way to get in and take Tomato at the start, might be able to get something going. Shikoda, he's going to get caught by Arbed. That's the gem on the deck.
Oh, that's unfortunate. This gem is still very, very important in this type of game state. Roche coming back up in 30 seconds or so. Shiva's about to be finished up for Bachuk. So again, like I said, he is still having a pretty solid time, even though he is into this Clockwork, especially with that grab there. And Lifestealer has the Abyssal, catching up to the Wind Ranger in terms of farm. It's impressive how they're able to do this at this deficit.
Yeah, being able to...
And around the Largo mid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Shigetsu, he's ready to carry this Largo mid, you know.
He's trying.
And Rain.
Him and Botchuk are trying their damnedest.
He's working on the Ags halfway there. Towards the Aghanim's.
Yeah, just sing the song, buff up Shigetsu. Enable him to be able to just run through and just focus onto this Wind Ranger. Tomato does still have a lot of space to grow. Can go for the Satanic and for the Lincolns if he does want to have the protection versus that Infest and the all-in play. And they're itemizing also on the supports, as we do see, right? Double Lotus is immediately queued up after that, too, so looking to make sure that that does not happen to Tomato again. Roche, 1 minute spawn.
Yeah, both teams are going to be all in on the Roche play. No doubt about it.
Which of these insane neutral items do we do want to point out, too? Here's the Shiv, of course, for Tomato. Abed gets the Giant, small. Lifestealer got the Bota. And Primal, I believe he had this last fight also. He does have the Partisans, the Timeless Partisans, which is super strong on Primal Beast. As long as he can get the duration of his ultimate off.
Yeah.
He is approaching 25 as well, too, for the long duration one, which it would be insane if he can actually get that off.
See if...
Now that there's a Basher, too, on Abed.
I mean, both teams got a smoke at the ready. They do, right? Yeah, they do. So both teams
yes,
having
they do.
smokes at the ready here for this Roche play.
Oh, okay, so Saberlight. I didn't actually see when he bought the Boots of Travel, but he bought Boots of Travel. He's going for the BKB. It is delayed a little here, but he will have that way to protect himself versus the break. Not too much Yellow Submarine can step outside to good farm. So you see they're just sitting in their triangle still at the moment. Rain, still a component away from his Ags. Does hit 20, so 20 talent is online. 2 catchy licks. So as mentioned, there are some things to lick off this game. Shield plus the win run. Still possibilities to be able to do so. Satanic is done now for Tomato. Will fly.
Will fly. He's getting cheeky here. And he's not getting away with that. He's not getting away with that at all. Well, okay, he might get out. No, okay, no. They've got him. It was worth a shot. See if he could steal the wisdom. Not going to be the case.
He thought he could get out. He was like, I can get out with the hook shot too. But they got him. They bring everybody there. Wait, whose gem is that? I guess he just dropped it because he picked up another item on Abed.
There's the smokes. Yellow Submarine, they're going to start with it first.
Trying with the number advantage. Infest. Need to find Tomato.
Yeah, if they get Tomato, it's the dream. It's the dream jump here for Yellow Submarine.
Saberlight has BKB, so has easier ways to just be able to jump in and stop the full combos. Scan, it will connect. VP should be able to be protected here. Ward gets placed. Can't go for a jump.
You just start hitting the Roche, or you can't afford to do that?
Their lineup just is not the same as the side of VP to hit Roche. There's no minus armor.
VP's coming for them. Their turn for the smoke.
Is under attack.
Full Satanic for Tomato for this fight. So a lot harder for them to do that play that they did before.
Cemetery watching.
Cemetery.
Ooh, he's able to take Shigetsu back out to safety. Very quick with the blink reaction.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So that's dangerous to do what he was doing there.
Yeah, if the two of them
They do
get
catch
caught.
him with even anything. Yeah.
Yellow Submarine.
Both teams poking for information.
Yeah, both teams trying to be so careful about getting jumped.
Okay, Rune top. Saberlight will grab that. Do they have a smoke? They do. VP might smoke here. Do they want to save it? Because we did see both teams use like double smokes, I think it was.
Yeah,
there.
Yellow Submarine, they don't have one, right? They've gone
do
through
not.
theirs.
And Roche, it's going to start shifting as well pretty soon in the next 40 seconds. Both teams starting to switch the way that they are posturing. Cemetery and Shigetsu, they're looking to hope to catch somebody on this side. They actually could get the shrine there, but... VP being smart, not splitting up. Not giving the opportunity to this combo that can come out from it. Yellow Submarine right now with this Lifestealer. How are the 25s looking for them? Not quite there on their cores. Neither side, only Abed 25. 26, in fact. Full BKB, but he needs to eat his Aghanims. I guess for now he'll get rid of the boots, but that's not great. Need boots on Lifestealer. If they get it disengage at all.
Sure, he's just relying
on the Aghanims.
Just being on top of them, yeah. Either getting them whilst they're abyssaled or jumping into them.
Okay, let's see if he can get this connection. This could look sad if he doesn't stick on a target, because he might just be like waddling at 320 movement speed if they don't get that perfect connection.
I mean, Rain can boost him up a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, fair.
So as long as the Largo's by his side and alive.
Both teams super patient.
They really are. Nobody wants to put the wrong foot forward here.
Big rune top. This could be a deciding rune. This is an amp damage. Pretty massive one. Can't allow them to get the burst onto the Wind Ranger before maybe a reaction. How are those Lotuses looking, though? Huscream now has his finished, and I believe Fly is very close to having his done, too. So much harder for them to get the execution of just pulverizing, grabbing that main target. Lincoln's and Lotuses now. Impressive that they've done this, though. Being able to, like, kind of, even though it's 17k lead, right? Kind of restabilizing with the way that they can play and actually take fights. Very specific how they have to do it, but... VP is giving respect. Waiting for these next timings. Tomato about to hit 25 on himself, too.
There we go.
Boom. Batyuk also soon to hit his. And he is getting toward that really big item, the Bloodstone, if he can't get there. Some insane sustain. Both teams super, yeah, they're just so careful.
Yeah, the standoff has been going on for quite a while now. Many minutes that both teams have just postured in this fashion, and neither one wanting to make the jump first.
How's these buybacks looking? Next thing to bring up probably for the next contestant. It's 2,000 away for the Lifestealer. Tomato does have it.
He's going to just start doing the rush. See what happens. Get the roar out.
That's interesting. I think that's the first time I've seen someone take this talent on Primal Beast. It's a newer, quote-unquote, newer talent. But maybe he doesn't think he's going to get those pulverized durations anyway, I guess, right? So. Looking for the wraparound, but VP also smoked up. 25 is hit on the Tidehunter.
More Cemetery.
The break.
Smoke's going to get dispelled. They're going to go for the jump forward here. Straight away, they catch the stun on a Rain. The Whisper's down as well, trying to control Shigetsu. He's getting stun control. Finally gets the Rage off. He's going to try and turn towards Saberlight. You'll see the Primal Beast go straight over towards Tomatoes. Got it with the Pulverize. Still, though, gets put to a stop. And now with the BKBs coming to an end, they have to separate again from one another. Shigetsu trying to get on top of Abed, but the swashbuckle away is there. Batyuk jumps forward again, but they've turned with the focus fire from Tomato to take back Yukao. He's going to be the first to fall here on the Primal. He's got Rage available. They'll put the Rage. He's actually able to turn, take down both Saberlight and Hellscream. They'll buy back immediately. Now she gets over towards Abed. They bring Abed down. Fly's dead. There's going to be a quad buyback here from VP in an effort to take this fight, as they will take it at the end, but cost them 4 buybacks there, Virtus.pro.
We'll get them the rush. They commit heavily for it there, but Tomato doesn't die. The big carry ends up getting the full cleanup onto everybody. Gets what, 3,000 gold, I believe, or so. Look at the damage Tomato was able to do in the fight. Really impressive for Batyuk, though, being able to just run through everybody with this Primal Beast. And Shigetsu without the boots. They do get that toss combo to ensure that he can hit a few targets, but Tomato reigns supreme.
Yeah.
And the start of things here, look at Saberlight's Ravage. It actually ends up clipping the Lifestealer at the start of things, which is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, they got a good amount of lockdown onto Shigetsu to start things off.
They did.
But not able to 100 to 0 him. And as you say, Batchuk getting in, getting out, and at the end getting back in very nicely to ensure that they are able to get these kills, sort of set the fight up so Shigetsu was actually able to kind of get up and close and personal and get a lot of hits off as this life stealer, which did force VP to have to use as many buybacks as they did to get the fight back on them. Obviously VP now with the Aegis and with this push might have a chance to force out some of the buybacks of Yellow Submarine. Still 30 seconds without Rain and 30 seconds without Shigetsu. See how much they can do at VP.
They'll hold the buybacks and just lose probably 1 Rax, I imagine. But if it's going to be 2 sets, actually, yeah, they'll just hold it. Never mind, it's not going to be fast enough to do that push. They give Abed that Aegis, of course, since he did have to use the buyback. Tomato doesn't have an Aegis, but has buyback himself.
And the buyback situation is certainly a little bit spooky, right? Even though you got this Aegis, are you looking to just go full chill until the buybacks are up? Like, how safe do VP need to play it?
Just play together. They're still very strong inside of the team fights, as we see. And Abed will have a secondary life, so he can just play pretty aggressively forward if the fight does come to them, so he can die once and reset for that to give the space for Tomato. Probably not go for the full push here with everybody alive, but they can still posture around wards. And yeah, I will say something too. The Largo in that last fight, it actually was doing pretty decent. The healing that he's providing, it's similar to what the Coddle's doing, and he's just keeping his teammates like speedy and healed, so that Shigetsu can actually hit these targets. So. Saberblade for next fight though does have double Ravage, so quite a bit harder for Yellow Submarine to be able to take that fight in a similar fashion.
Oh, they're going to feel very scared about leaving the base right now, Yellow Submarine. Once this Aegis is in play, unless they want to go for some sort of risky smoke.
Which they might do. Honestly, Yellow Submarine has done some type of like kind of crazy plays that has caught VP off guard a couple times, so. Toss back. Tomato.
Force the VKB.
He's got to back up for 90 seconds then.
Yeah, thinking about trying to chase.
I'm shocked if Tomato sticks around here. Okay, he's disengaging. But he's got no boots himself.
They've got him in the stun. Ravage will come out with the BKB. He's already there from Rain, and Shigetsu's on top of Tomato. He is dead.
I can't believe he stayed for the Ancient Camp.
Ooh. That is a big
death. He has to know they're going to chase. That's a massive
Fly's
mistake.
Gone. He does not have buyback. Abed's getting run down. He'll be able to blink out to the side.
That's like that's like a. I can't believe he stayed in the killing Ancients when he used his BKB. You know they're going to chase you the way Yellow Submarine plays.
Ooh. I mean, sometimes creeps have got to be hit, you know. You got to farm those Ancients. But, all right. I mean, it was sloppy sort of slip-ups like that. And Yellow Submarine, as you say, you can't make them against Yellow Submarine. They will punish you.
It's a lot of time they get. They get a full set of items potentially too on some of these heroes. That is a monstrous turnaround there that they give up that kill after they use the 4 buybacks too. So now when they've respawned, the Aegis is almost reclaimed. Yellow Submarine catching VP off guard, and VP just kind of giving it to them there, especially Tomato.
There's still, 3 minutes still where the buyback situation is not great for VP because of how much they have to put in to get the Aegis. And yeah, it's pretty much gone. Just under a minute left on the Aegis.
Okay, I mean, yeah, now you're saying now they absolutely have to be very careful. A toss-back play, they could just lose the game here. Shigetsu.
Cemetery.
Toss-back.
He's going to get the toss back, but the Lotus is there. Reflects the Abyssal Blade still, though, in with the Infest on towards Abed. Abed's in trouble. That's the Aegis gone. So you have to set up for round 2. Saberlight comes in with the Ravage, catches Rain and Batchuk. Have killed Shigetsu as Tomato was able to find the angle to focus him down.
Shigetsu's in.
And Rolling Thunder from Abed's going to come to an end shortly. Gets the control and swashbuckle onto Cemetery. That's the tiny out for good. Tomato, BKB, Shikoda will get the Chain Frost off. Shigetsu's going to go straight for Tomato, but he's in trouble. The Infest in a Rain, he's got to hope the Rain can get him out of here because Shigetsu pulled back for this one. He'll jump back out. Will be able to kill off Fly. The Will-O-Wisp holding them back, but Batyuk tries to charge forward, gets blasted back by the Kotal. Abed heals up with the cheese. He's tempted to get back in here, but he's caught by the Hex.
Shigetsu.
The Hex is there. Shigetsu will get the rage off. He's going to try and run, but they've got him. He's out for 2 minutes. They try and put it all in there to make a big play to push back against VP, but it goes horribly wrong. No life stealing out for 2 minutes. This should be the window that VP needs to potentially close this game 3 up.
My God, this game got stressful for a second there, though.
It did.
Playing super aggressively forward, Tomato gets punished, but now Shigetsu goes way too all in to go for this play, dies, and now it's likely just the game. This game is wild. This game is really wild.
It was, yeah. Taking the risk at the end
how
there.
Yellow Submarine was, with how they were taking these risks and getting these type of plays. Like, this looked like a pretty clear-cut game for VP after the first 35 minutes or so, but it's taken them an extra 20 minutes to do so.
Yeah, they held well. They held well, but now the final buybacks. Just Rain and Cemetery left alive here to try and defend. As VP taking out the tier 4s. The fortification does come in. I mean, is there going to be a chance for one final attempt at a hold? Still 30 seconds until they have a Lich up. A lot longer for both the Primal and the Lifestealers to come in. He'll try for a toss back onto Saberlight.
No damage, though.
Rain has to BKB and run. Cemetery's dead. But the tier 4s fall. Cemetery does have buyback. Okay, his buyback just came back available. 15 seconds for the Lich. Tier 4s are gone. Ancients exposed. Cemetery trying again to stop this final push. 8 seconds till the Lich. Cemetery trying to draw their attention away from the Ancients. Say to be said for Rain, but they're both gone. Lich is up, but everybody's dead on Yellow Submarine. As VP close up game 3. Celebratory Ravage there from Saberlight. As this series is over, VP will take the win, moving on here in the upper bracket and knocking Yellow Submarine